Taylor King, Taylor King, Taylor King, Taylor King.
We are talking about spoiling the hell out of Deadpool 2. And joining me today is AverageJoe and Prime Gundam. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Guten Tag.
Cool. So, I should have said Meme Pool 2 since Prime has that ingrained in my head now with that name.
Well, to be fair to movie Deadpool, I don't feel like movie Deadpool is as much as meme pool like modern comic book Deadpool is, where he's like almost insufferable.
True. But I will say this: I came into Deadpool 2 kind of like shaky, not because Fox, because I gotta be honest with you, I was very much. I was kind of wondering how they were going to do Deadpool 2, and I remember somebody said it best when I got the screening for it. They said Deadpool 2 is like the John Wick 2 and stuff. Really good follow-up and stuff. It's just some people might like it. Some people might not be too hot on it, but they'll still enjoy it kind of thing. It ain't really... It's not moving the needle that much, but it's moving it enough.
Yeah, I feel like if you like the first movie, you're really going to like the second movie. And if the first movie and Deadpool as a character and a concept doesn't appeal to you or speak to you at all, then stay far the fuck away from Deadpool 2, because this movie is Deadpool turned up to 11.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I guess starting off, just initial impressions. So, Joe, what did you think of this movie going in after watching it, actually?
I liked it. I mean, I don't really read reviews, I don't pay attention to shit like that, but I had seen like little blurbs on Twitter. I think I saw your guys' blurb where, it was just as good, if not better, or whatever, and I'd seen a couple other ones. But then I'd seen a couple of people that were like, they tried too hard and, blah, blah, blah. And I was almost afraid going into it that it was going to be like Guardians 2.
That is a legit fear.
Like, I mean, to me, like, I really loved the first Guardians because it was so unique, so special, and so different. Yeah. And then when I watched the second one, I was just like, the fuck is this? Like, it almost felt like it was trying to copy its own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I liked it, but I wouldn't watch it again, and I thought, oh, fuck, man, just don't do that with Deadpool. He's such a unique character, and then when they were doing, like, like when Tim Miller left,
yeah,
I was like, oh, fuck, they've already, well, all right, well, this franchise is over, because why would you get rid of the dude? That's kind of a third of the main piece of this puzzle.
Yeah.
But having watched it, I mean, I really liked it. I mean, it was... I would say on some levels it's better than the first, and on some levels it's not.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I watched it with a full house, and, I mean, people were laughing so hard you could barely hear what the hell they were saying.
Yeah.
On the screen.
Yeah.
And, some nice little Easter eggs and cameos. And I think Ryan Reynolds has kind of proven that he's the core of of those movies.
Yeah.
Like you can switch the director out, the writers. I would rather they stay on, but now that he's writing more of the movie, but it's just him as Deadpool. That you know what I mean. Like he has to be with him. You can switch things out. You know what I mean, like director or whatever. If, let's say, for whatever reason, Fox were to go, like, we want Deadpool to do this, and Reynolds were to leave, I mean, you're done.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was awesome. And I thought Brolin was cool as Cable.
Yeah.
Size was a little weird, but, who cares?
Yeah. So, Prime, what did you think?
All right, so I've gone on the record several times of saying that as a character, I really don't give a shits about Deadpool. Well, not that Deadpool as he was originally portrayed. Like I like old '90s Deadpool where he was the sad clown, where like I crack jokes to hide my pain and my emotional and physical pain, and I'm just gonna sprout memes, just talk at the fourth wall. Isn't that funny, guys? Isn't that wacky? Like I can't stand modern Deadpool. Like every time I just get so angry. Like why are you such shit? So when the first movie came out, I was kind of like apprehensive about it. Like I don't know. But it kind of, won me over with that ingenious marketing campaign. And again, this movie, I just want to say on a side note, whoever is doing the marketing for Dead movies, give that man or that woman their fucking money. Because they earn every red fucking cent.
Pause before I let you continue. So did you, both of you guys see the kiosk at, I guess, Walmart or Best Buy and stuff? They had Deadpool on the cover of like a lot of Fox stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I laughed a lot. I was like, wow, they did it. That was actually pretty genius.
Like that is such Deadpool marketing. I think I ranked that second right after the skull poop L billboard.
Yeah.
Like that so captures Deadpool, so it's hilarious. So then going into the second movie, I like Joe, I kind of like a little hesitation about when they announced that Tim Miller, that boy who has the world by the balls, left the movie.
Yeah.
I really follow closely the behind the scenes drama. So what was it that I heard one report that said he was beefing with Reynolds. I heard like he wanted to expand the scope, but Fox wanted to keep it small. So like, what was the exact reason why he left?
I think it was like, from what I heard, it was a
situation.
Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds didn't want to like blow up the budget for it, which I understand. And Miller kind of wanted to expand out a lot of stuff, and it just didn't work out and stuff. From what I heard, it wasn't as chaotic as the news made it out to be, so.
I thought it was the opposite, where Fox and Reynolds wanted to blow it up with a bigger budget, bigger action, and Miller was more like, let's keep doing what we're doing. I don't want to do some $200 million blockbuster movie, and then Reynolds and Fox were like, see ya.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. I mean, but...
Yeah, I mean, so...
Yeah. But I mean, it seemed like it was mutual kind of thing.
Yeah. I can see both sides of that. Like that's... I don't know if you even whose side to fall on that. Well, obviously, hindsight, I guess Reynolds and Fox, they had the right decision because of the movie impression in the box office. Is that right?
Yeah, and I think also Miller wanted to get Cal Chandler to play Cable too, and I'm like, I don't know.
Hold on, big homie.
Yeah, I know, and so it was basically a situation where it was kind of mutual creative differences and stuff, because Miller was like, no, I don't hate Reynolds, it's just we just couldn't lock down what we wanted to do, and it just went their separate ways. So it wasn't necessarily a big, like I said, the news and the way social media is and stuff, people tend to blow it up bigger than what it is. It's kind of like when Josh Whedon, everybody was like, Josh Whedon hates the MCU. And I'm like, no, it just feels like he was just tired of doing all these movies, so he just wanted to leave. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
CJ, are you waiting that on the internet blow things out of proportion?
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is,
I mean, I'm flabbergasted at your assertion. I can't believe you would dare say things like that. The internet? Over emotional and overreacting? Oh no. Heavens me.
That's how it is, gotta get a narrative going. That's how it is.
Had to get those clickbaits. So back to my train. So I go into the movie, like I don't want to say lowered expectations, but I think managed expectations would be better phrase. Yeah. And I thoroughly enjoyed the movie as it was presented. Like I said at the top, like if Deadpool doesn't appeal to you as a character, or if you didn't like the first movie, or if you don't understand why Deadpool is popular, and you're just like, why I like this movie, don't go see the second movie because you're going to absolutely hate it, because it's everything about Deadpool. I said 11, now I'm thinking about it, it's actually turned up to 12. Yeah. And that said, like, after we seen the movie, I had a discussion with me and the woman, and I said, like, I'd be making a bold assertion here, but I feel like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool might be in that top tier list of actors and comic book actors so perfectly, where it almost feels like they peeled him off the page. And I mean, it's a very short list with me. I I would probably include in that list J.K. Simmons and J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh, man,
Matt Ryan
that's number
is,
one easily.
He's like no contest. Matt Ryan is Constantine.
Yep.
Christian Ritter, Jessica Jones, which I feel like people are fucking sleeping on. Like she is a pitch perfect.
I know, right?
In terms of like nuances, manners, and like if she doesn't initially look like Jessica Jones, like I said it on Twitter, just even if she doesn't actually look like how Jessica Jones is supposed to look originally in the book, they've all actually looked in the comic book now. So in hindsight, so now it's pretty much 1-for-1. So
yeah, easily.
She's awesome,
anyway, yeah.
dude. That character in that fucking show is unbearable. Unbearable.
That's Jessica Jones. Like she's nailed that character. Like that is Jessica. That's 100% unmistakably that's Jessica Jones. From the
I couldn't even finish the second season. I couldn't fucking do it.
You know what though? It was the thing we did.
Got some issues, man.
Like we did a review of it and stuff, and it's like I enjoyed the second season, but I can also see why a lot of people were kind of like iffy on second season. So at least I can understand that. Like I can understand people kind of like when you told me, Joe, that you couldn't finish the second season. I was like, I understand that because it is kind of one of those.
I got fucking episodes.
I kind of feel like the second season was a little stronger than the first season. Yeah. But I had issues with some of the plot threads that they were focusing on, and I also didn't like how it wrapped up. And like well, that was fucking random. Even if I liked where the characters ended up at the end of the season, I didn't like how the narrative moved them into those places because it felt like clunky.
Yeah.
Dude, she's the least interesting character in her own show, and every fucking episode, it's like, shut up with your stupid fucking problems, because they're the same thing. I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna push people. It's like, I can't, like, Kristen Ritter's, she nails it. I mean, she's perfect in that role. I can't stand, it's almost like, I can't stand that fucking character of the main guy, so I can't watch it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with Jessica Jones. But anyways,
what were you saying? Back to what you were saying, Prime.
Yeah, I'm saying. So I think Ryan Reynolds, he's that character. Like habits it. Is pitch perfect too strong a phrase? I think
he's pitch perfect. He's if there is any character that embodies the character. I mean, we always talk, like you said, RDJs aren't, Tony Stark and stuff. It's like, Ryan Reynolds. I mean, hell, we saw that in Wolverine Origins. When they cast him as, like, as Wade Wilson in Origins, I was like, oh, shit, yes.
And that is why Origins is so infuriating. It's like the scene when Ryan Reynolds had his mouth and was talking, I was like, yo, that is straight up Wade Wilson. He is straight up Deadpool.
On the elevator, I was like, you know what? I was about ready to forgive this movie for this ridiculousness, and then the movie just said, fuck you. No. Mm-mm.
It's like, oh, you're giving us benefit of the doubt? Well, here's the middle. You got benefit of the doubt.
But that was smart, and I like the fact that Ryan kept pressing them like, yo, people want to see a Deadpool movie. People want to see a Deadpool movie. People want to see a Deadpool movie. Just saying, Fox, you don't want to leave money on the table, right? Right? So. But yeah.
But has an actor ever fought that hard? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you'll see, like, certain actors, kind of openly express interest in playing a character, or, I mean, the only one I could ever think about was Robert Downey Jr., but he didn't have to fight, to get Iron Man made. But I mean, he's
John Favreau had to fight to get him casted into the role.
Yeah, Favreau fought for him because they was like, we want to get the guy that slept on somebody's bed while he was high, really, and then Favreau was like, no, he's perfect. Just go, just take the risk, all right, and then I'll vouch
right.
for
But what I'm saying is, like, Reynolds, I mean, very openly fought to get Deadpool made for like a decade, and then when Origins came out, it was like,
yeah,
he probably was just like, fuck it, this is as close as I'm going to get right now.
Yeah, but he fought for it. He fought for it afterwards,
character.
though. I remember he was talking about it, and they kept asking him, and that's when he was going through that kind of like them struggle years where, like, I think that movie with Denzel was really the highlight of his career before Deadpool and stuff, So
Safe
House.
Dang, yes.
Yeah, Safe House was really like the highlight of his like movie career post like Wolverine Origins. So it's like. Yeah, I mean, Green Lantern, but yeah, that was just like, oof.
Well, that was supposed to make him.
Please don't start me on Green Lantern.
That was they were supposed to make him a huge star, and then it did what it did.
Yeah.
And You know, like he was always that guy that was, you knew who he was, but I wouldn't have called him like
Superstar.
I would have called him an actor, but I wouldn't have called him a movie star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if Tom Cruise is a movie star, Ryan Reynolds to me was like, oh, he's an actor, and you know what he's been in.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that upper echelon. And now with Deadpool, I mean, everybody knows. My mom knows who he is. You know?
Yeah. So I guess if we're going to start on this and spoiling and stuff, I might as well just go on ahead and start off with this. I was very much shocked that we got Juggernaut more or less fully realized in this movie. I was like, wow, they fucking full tilt with it. Okay, shit. Did not see that.
They kept it a secret pretty well.
Yeah, you know what? I should have saw it coming in the movie where he was like foreshadowing and stuff. I was like, nah, that can't be Juggernaut, you know? And it's like, oh, shit, it is Juggernaut, you know? And
yeah, when he said foreshadowing, I want to figure out like who could it, like, is it Sauron? Is it a Brood? Is it, wait, what would be in the prison?
Yeah. I mean, look, you know, I think when we did Justice League, you know, I never had much of an issue with Steppenwolf, because I think when me and D were talking, like, offline and stuff, he was like, I think I know what your problem is. You're used to the human-looking Steppenwolf so much, so seeing the CG Steppenwolf in Justice League kind of throws you off. I'm like, I think that's what it is. I'm, like, just used to that dude that's just in a suit of armor working along Darkseid, and that's it. Like, I'm not used to this jacked-up, like, CG thing, so it's like,
yeah,
I never
feel
had
like they
a
were
problem
trying to
with
go with that
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf.
Huh?
I feel like they were trying to go with his New 52 Earth 2 look.
Yeah.
Where he's basically like, he looks like great value Ares, and I kind of don't like that.
Yes. So it's like, you know, if this movie, if the Deadpool 2 had a little bit of a more of a budget, I could see them cleaning up Juggernaut a little bit more. But as it stands, it was fine. Like I said, was it cartoony? Yeah, but I was fine with it. I didn't have much complaints. He looked nice. It was better than Vinnie Jones's by leaps and bounds, easily.
You know,
he looked better. It looked better than floaty head Bruce Banner. I say that shit right now.
That's not hard. You realize that, right?
I mean, shit. I got PlayStation 1 games that look better than floaty head Bruce Banner.
Deadpool to me is like, okay, so if Juggernaut showed up in a Marvel movie, they would go the extra mile to try to make him look, quote unquote, believable. I think they'd still have him, you know, Hulk size, but I think they'd go the extra mile to have him.
Put him in a red suit and everything.
Not necessarily red suit, but like you saw how like in the first Deadpool, what drove me nuts is like Colossus' arms were so fucking short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I went back and I was looking at like some shit, and I was like, that's kind of the way that they used to draw. Like certain artists would render him as this just big ass dude, and you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Deadpool to me is like, fuck it, this is what he looks like in the comic books. We're just going to put that on screen, even though it kind of looks silly and ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're just going to run with that because that's the universe that Deadpool occupied. Now, do you guys know who did the facial recognition, the mocap for the facials and the voice of Juggernaut?
I know Ryan Reynolds did the voice of it because I heard after the movie he did, but I don't know who did the mocap for it.
So somebody did the mocap of the body, but that was Reynolds' face and voice.
Oh, wow. Huh. It's interesting.
But when they were like, so when they were in the prison and they were like, and he's like, that's the big guy. It was like, who the fuck is that? At first, I thought they were going to bring in Mr. Sinister because they dropped the Essex name. Wasn't it like the Essex Home for something or other?
Yeah, I think the Essex Home or Institute or wherever the hell it was.
Right, and it was about like rehabilitating. I was like, oh, fuck, they're going to bring in Mr. Sinister. You know, I didn't think he was the dude at the prison. I just thought maybe he would have shown up at the end as like, you know, the headmaster or whatever.
Yeah.
And when they were in the prison, and then I didn't know that was Black Tom Cassidy.
That was awesome, actually.
You know?
I mean, granted, we didn't see his powers, but I was like, I'm fine with this. I'm perfectly fine with this.
But when he said that, my name is Black Tom, I was like, oh, dude, I hit my friend. I was like, dude, they're going to bring the Juggernaut. That's the fucking Juggernaut. He's like, he doesn't know about that shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, Black Tom Cassidy, the Juggernaut, So I was no way.
Yeah, that was awesome. I loved the little inside joke where he was like, you killed Black Tom, you're a racist. It's like, okay.
I would have liked
man.
to see more, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I just like how Deadpool was just like, I'm gonna break you apart now, and Deadpool was just basically kind of like fanboying over Juggernaut and stuff, you know. So thought that was interesting.
The fact that he quoted him actual issues of real comic books is the funniest.
Oh man, I mean, you know, hey, look, you know, like I said, I know that they had to make some changes with his power set because, I mean, let's be real about this. Juggernaut is not putting hands on Juggernaut like that, but whatever. I'm fine with Colossus and Juggernaut brawling. You gotta make some sort of sacrifice in some way, so I was fine with it. I
Hey,
was
wait a
perfectly fine
minute,
with it.
wait a minute, though.
A kid prime flashbacks to 90s X-Men cartoons, so he was okay with that.
Wait, yeah, exactly.
See, I barely remember those episodes. I gotta watch those again.
Dude, when the whole X-Men movie thing started in like what the 2000 fucking
Yeah, it was
2001.
2000. Yeah, it was 2000.
All right, so like, I think I was 18. So 18-year-old me was like, oh man, all I want to see is like a couple of key things: Wolverine and Sabretooth throw down in this like gnarly ass battle.
Yeah.
In the first movie, they dance around the fucking top of the Statue of Liberty. I was like, what the fuck is that? Right? You
Yeah.
never really get to see that again until Origins, but that was a terrible movie. And then I'm like, all right, I want to see Colossus and Wolverine fastball special, however they're going to do that. And then you get that Colossus in the fucking second movie, who's American, and he's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is this? But one of those things was, I need to see the Juggernaut and Colossus fucking throw down. And we never got that. I mean, you know, and The Last Stand, come on. That movie was fucking
Yeah, they
stupid.
botched
But
that up on that movie.
right, dude, the Juggernaut was as tall as me in fucking Last Stand. And
It's like I like Video Jones,
movie,
but what?
yeah, this movie is as close as we're going to get, at least for a while, of that, you know, one of the best superhero fights from the comic books kind of realized. I mean, I wish it were more on a grander scale.
Yeah.
But I'll take this shit over any of those things those X-Men movies have done.
Oh, man. I mean, Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 are like the best X-Men movies that gives you potential. Because you're sitting back and you're looking at both Deadpool 1 and 2 and you're like, these X-Men movies could have really been better than what we're getting here. And
they got Colossus. They got Colossus right.
I know. That's the thing. That's crazy.
I mean?
And because I like the fact that in this movie, the guy that's voicing Colossus, they actually used him for like the actual mocap and stuff. I thought that was actually pretty dope. So, you know, that was actually cool because I think in the first one they had somebody separate as the actual like mocap, and it was somebody else differently voicing it. So that I'm glad they used the same person and stuff. But yeah, he's very fully realized he's what you see in Deadpool 2 is exactly what the comic book version of Colossus is. It's actually pretty dope as hell, man.
Dude, and the fact that the Juggernaut mentions his stepbrother. You know what I mean? And the fact that he's like, oh, you got to keep that helmet on because, you know what I mean? He never takes his helmet off.
Yeah.
And that he mentions Xavier. I was like, oh, fuck, they did it. They did it.
Yeah, he's in the wheelchair. Balances out.
Yeah. I was like, oh, fuck, they did it.
So, speaking of Xavier, did you die laughing when he was walking around in a wheelchair and he's talking to Colossus and Negasonic and said, you would think the studio would throw me a bone, and they cut to the side room and there's B, Cyclops, Quicksilver. The woman said she saw McAvoy. I didn't see McAvoy.
Yeah, it was McAvoy.
I was too busy laughing.
It was McAvoy.
I saw McAvoy.
Yeah, it was McAvoy. It was McAvoy, Beast, Cyclops, Quicksilver, and I think Storm. Because the funny thing is, when they were filming Deadpool 2, they actually were filming Dark Phoenix in the same area. So they were able to grab them for that little scene and put them in the movie for that hot second and stuff. I thought that was funny because at first I was like, is that them? I'm like, oh shit, it is them.
Because, it took me a second. I was like, wait a minute, that's recognize that funny beast-shaped head?
And those are the new X-Men, because I haven't seen any of the last movie I saw was First Class, so
yeah, that's the one.
That's
from,
the new Cyclops and everything.
Yeah, that's the ones from Apocalypse and Days of Future Past and stuff like that. So I mean, you didn't really miss much and stuff. But yeah, what we got, I did love Yukio and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Their relationship that was just like, oh,
Yes.
they're cool. They're in a relationship. All right, cool. I'm fine with this. This is awesome.
Though I'm a kind of a greedy bastard, so I was like, can we get more of them in the movie?
I do want more of them. I thought their interactions was funny, especially at the end where they were like, you think there was a mistake to actually fix that time thing for him? I think it was.
Yeah, I agree with you. I wish that they were in the movie, at least double the amount of time that they got. But I like the way that Brianna Hildebrand, whatever her name is, I like the way that she is able to play off of.
She got called
Ryan
Justin
Reynolds.
Bieber. He was like, ha, he called you Justin Bieber.
Because we got more of her powers in the first one.
Yeah.
As opposed to this one. But I agree with him. Like, I wish we got more of them,
Yeah.
just in general.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I just like Deadpool and Yukio saying hi and goodbye to each other and stuff. That was pretty funny.
I'm surprised nobody, Reynolds didn't drop the fact that isn't Yukio the name of the chick from the Wolverine movies?
Oh, man, I wish they did. That would have been funny.
Yeah, I was like, because at first I'm like, that's not her. It's not her, but who is she supposed to be? Because isn't she like an amalgamation of a couple of characters?
I think she actually is, because I want to say her character is the actual Yukio from the comics and stuff, especially with the power sets.
Okay, I wasn't sure which one she was.
Yeah. Same, more or less. I mean, ninja-like character and stuff. They just added some powers to her, and that was about it. So,
Right.
yeah. But it was fine and stuff. Like I said, it would have been nice to actually get more of her and stuff. But like I said, for what we got, both of them, they played off pretty well and stuff. Let's talk about X-Force. I particularly love the swerve that they delivered to everybody, because I was all like, oh man, we're going to get X-Force, and then they get killed except for Domino.
Well, they get brought back.
Yes, they do.
No, just Peter.
That's true.
Just Peter.
That's true. But
I thought Venom was getting medical attention. He didn't die. He was getting medical attention at the end.
that's true.
Yeah, but Wade didn't save him.
He was alive, but he was getting medical attention.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Yeah.
a body.
Yeah.
What's his face? The kid that played Pennywise, he was dead, but
Yeah, easily and stuff. But that whole sequence was interesting because I'll say this: Domino was the MVP of this movie. I love her. I liked how they used her luck powers, because let's be real about this and stuff. I always thought her power set made her like top tier broken.
dude, her powers are cinematic. I never liked her in the comic books because I never felt like they could portray her powers as well as they could in this movie. Like her movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think in the comics and stuff, because I don't know if y'all guys read the Uncanny X-Force and stuff run with her when she was part of it.
Which one?
The new one where it's basically her, Wolverine, Archangel, X-23,
and Phantom
Warpath,
X?
Phantom X and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's part of it and stuff. And it's weird because when you read that comic and stuff, her luck powers just come off as, oh, she's like Hawkeye, where she's just a good shot and she can't get killed. But you don't really, when you're reading the comic and stuff, they just make her look like just a badass, like assassin type character, but you don't really know what her powers are. So, like you said, Joe, the movie does really. I like how they show the cinematic aspect of her powers and stuff. It makes it perfect, honestly.
She was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I liked her like talking to Deadpool where he was like, "Look, that's not powers." He's like, "Yes, it is." No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Let's be in the middle and say it's not.
But yeah,
I'm gonna put respect on Black Widow's name. I tell you that.
Man, when he said Black Widow, I fucking died. It's like, can it Black Widow?
And Brown Panther.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit my pants on a lot of stuff.
Yo, let me
I
ask you.
mean, the amount of like fucking DC and Marvel comments that he made were just like, I mean, they were perfect.
Listen,
I want to know the joke that Disney made them cut, because I saw the headline that Disney made them cut a jab at them. So I'm like, if this is the level he was doing in the movie, like what did he say that was a branch too far for Disney?
I don't know. I mean, look, I'm a Hawkeye fan, and I was laughing at his Hawkeye jokes like, about as useless. You might as well just go in ahead and just give me a bow and arrow and call me Hawkeye.
Okay, now do you guys think that they made those jokes after the deal was announced, or do you think that was the plan all along? Maybe not to that extent.
No, those jokes are
fun.
Huh? I think those jokes came like right when they were writing it, and it's just the deal just happened to be a happenstance of it and such.
I don't know, man.
But you might be right. You might be leaning towards that deal. All right, cool, bet.
Because you saw that Ryan Reynolds was when that deal was kind of announced, like Deadpool kind of took center stage, where you saw that picture of him getting escorted out of Disneyland.
Yeah.
And like all the shit where he's like, I for one welcome our mouse overlords or whatever. And Reynolds was kind of like, all right, well, this is what's happening, man.
I mean, I'm like this. I feel the Deadpool movies, they managed to carve themselves out in such a niche way that they could be in the MCU and they could fit it in with no issues.
Really?
It's just in the way that the world is and stuff, because as much as they throw in all these some of these references with X-Men, it's just kind of like they're not at hold to the fucking X-Men, like, the movies and stuff in terms of the storyline, because Deadpool could take place any fucking where it is and stuff,
But do you think that, I mean, now I'm hearing that the Fox deal isn't done because now Comcast might come in with a cash deal and all this shit. And I'm just like, God, please don't fuck this up. Please don't tell me that, I mean, I'm so ready to see the Disney X-Men, as weird as that sounds.
I can see them doing it. I mean, they might leave Deadpool alone because everybody keeps thinking that it's going to be PG-13. I'm thinking Disney might be like, you know what, guys? You keep doing what you're doing. All right? Just keep doing what you're doing.
I agree with you, because The Punisher is a fucking Disney TV show.
Yep.
And that's one of the most violent things I've seen in any kind of,
But critically acclaimed, so that works out for them big time too. It's like, but people love it, so yeah, let's keep it going.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I mean, I could almost see Disney doing an MCU, like a Marvel Knights imprint.
Yeah.
All right, look, he exists. He can make reference to the characters in the MCU. The MCU could make reference to him. Maybe you see Spider-Man swing by in a movie, but I don't think that we ever see him interact properly with the more family-friendly MCU characters. To me, that's probably the best way. I don't think Peter Parker and Deadpool do not occupy the same space to me in the movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice to actually see it because, like I said, as much I started warming up to the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. I love that fucking episode with Deadpool and Spider-Man. That shit had me fucking rolling. I don't know if you guys saw that episode.
Yeah, but you also weren't hearing him say fuck and shit constantly. Everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think Tom Holland appears in Deadpool 3.
Yeah, true. Do
you guys think that fucking Hugh Jackman was actually going to make an actual appearance, or no?
I wish. I really wish.
Yeah. No, that caught me off guard.
I mean, I really wish that happened. That would have been nice. That would have been cool. That would have been good. I mean,
him showing up at all, I was like, really? They actually got him on the set for a day?
Yeah.
Wasn't that just stock footage?
Huh?
No, because he interacted with him. He said he responded back to lines.
Yeah. No, that was stock footage. That was stock footage, apparently.
Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, my bad. I take it back. I withdraw.
You know what, though? The perfect way to do it, though, so let's say I heard that the deal finalizes, next summer or something? So, one would assume that Disney is just going to kind of wipe these other movies just away. Like they never existed. You know, especially with Dark Phoenix. Like at some point, I'm like, just fucking cancel the movie. Like no one gives a shit. But what I'm saying is, so let's say they start recasting the X-Men, and eventually they're going to have to recast Wolverine. The best way to kind of break the ice is to have Deadpool like, oh, you're Wolverine, you know what I mean, and then make a Hugh Jackman reference, and then just move on from there. Because then I could see Wolverine maybe kind of, sort of, possibly being the bridge between the two, but I still don't see Disney letting Wolverine appear in like an actual X-Force or Deadpool movie if it's going to stay rated R.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they'll probably end up keeping it the way it is and stuff, So yeah, if anything, it's going to be. You know what? It's, like I said, I know we're theorizing, but I don't mind that because it's so much possibilities. Because the funny thing is, side note about that whole like Comcast Fox deal, Comcast just wants Sky, and and the Disney gets Fox. Disney has a foothold in Sky easily, and that basically kind of expands out their whole line with Sky Media and stuff. So that's really what Comcast is aiming for. But like I said, there's no guarantee, even with cash in hand, that Fox might go for the deal. Because I think with Fox, they just want to kind of like having Disney on their portfolio would really be good,
and vice versa.
Yeah, easily. So Fox is looking at that, even though the money from Comcast is enticing. I get it and stuff, but yeah, it's definitely
Disney
tricky.
Counteroffer?
I don't know if Disney counteroffer yet, so it's up in the air if they do or not. So,
but I'm saying, let's say Comcast makes a formal play, for $5 billion.
Yeah,
can Disney come back and say that's cute? Here's 5.5.
Yeah, I mean they could. I mean, Disney could counteroffer. They could. Definitely.
Well, I mean, no. So, but I mean, that kind of begs the question. Like going back to Deadpool, like, so let's just assume that Disney is going to acquire all the X-Men and Deadpool and all this shit. That means that Scott Summers, Jean Grey, yada 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 would be part of that. Cable's obviously the son of Scott Summers and Jean's clone.
Yeah,
and we never
Madeline.
Madeline, and we never really see or hear that mentioned. So let's say going forward, do we get to see that touched upon? Because, I mean, one would assume that Cable is going to come back, or Brolin's going to come back as Cable and X-Force, right?
Oh, yeah, they got Brolin for, like, 2 more movies, so.
All right, so do we get to see his backstory fleshed out at all, or do they just leave it alone for a while?
Depends and stuff. I'll say this. That's actually a good segue, Joe. That's a nice one. What was funny about Cable is that, like, I didn't need that much of a backstory on him. Like, it was just enough to kind of get the gist of what his, like, what he was trying to go for and stuff. But granted, I know a lot of people were like, well, why does he look the way he is? Which I understand completely. Like, because, I mean, we know why he's like that, but the general audience probably don't know why he's like that. So I can definitely understand if they actually at least explain that. But then again, if you read any comics and stuff, Cable has a very convoluted histoy.
Convoluted? That's being nice.
I know. I'm definitely being very
Jesus
nice.
Christ.
I mean,
I was trying to explain him to my buddy, and I'm like, just fucking Google him.
You need a Venn diagram for that shit, because holy crap, it's so convoluted. It's like, oh yeah, he's
the son of Cyclops and
Madeline Pryor.
Being taken into the future and raised by them, and then
he has a clone, Nate Gray, who is basically him without the technical organic virus, and he's just broken as hell. Then he has a clone.
He has another clone,
Strife.
What was that comic book where he fought Strife, and at the end of it, he grabbed him and said, "Time slide, destination nowhere."
Shit, I don't even remember. I just remember picking up X-Force when X-Force went to the future to save Cable, and Strife was about ready to sit there and put the beat down on him, and then Apocalypse came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, dog, I see you trying to regulate shit without my permission. Let's go."
So a grand display of Apocalypse's only power, making the X-Men look competent.
Oh yeah. It's basically like, because in the future and stuff, real side note, in that future that Cable was in, because basically Cable and Bishop were following each other because Bishop was trying to kill Hope. When they got to that future, Apocalypse was basically dying, and Archangel popped up And Apoc was like, "Oh, hey, one of my horsemen. You think you can hit me up with some of that apocalypse juice I gave you?" And yeah, basically he revived Apocalypse with what basically made him Archangel. And Strife basically was like, "No, I wasn't trying to take over Apocalypse." And was like, "Yeah, you lying. So I'm gonna have to go on ahead and run that body. I'm gonna take it." So.
But wait, isn't his daughter Hope? Isn't she? Is that his actual daughter?
No, it's just the mutant child that ended up becoming Hope.
Right.
He just protected her and stuff, so he just named her.
And she
Hope
becomes
Summers.
like what? What is it, like fucking Messiah or some shit like that? What does she become?
She's the mutant Messiah.
Yeah, she's the first mutant. Yeah, who was born after Scarlet Witch said no more mutants.
Yeah. So she ended up basically, I think, after she actually imbues with the Phoenix Force a little bit, but basically her power, Hope Summers' powers is essentially, hey, I'm just gonna borrow your powers and stuff and just use it way better than you. Essentially, that's all her powers really are. So
like, because when my buddy was asking, I was like, dude, I can't even get into the backstory.
Yeah,
fucking Cyclops and Jean Grey's clone's kid, technovirus sent to the future, time traveler, big gun.
He's a cheat code.
Like,
if you really look at Cable, he's a fucking cheat code. The fact that he basically is fighting you with his hands tied behind his back because he's trying to keep the virus at bay speaks volumes with how broken his character is.
Look, just when somebody asks about Cable, just say the Wild Man of Borneo and leave it at.
That's the best line in the 90s X-Men animated. He's like, "Who are you?" "The Wild Man of Borneo." I was like, it's pretty badass. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's pretty badass.
But they didn't really touch on his mutant abilities in the movie, did they?
Nah, it was just he's from the future and Fire Dude killed his family and he's out to kill him. Pretty cut and dry.
And then you kind of get the idea that like when he takes his shirt off and he sees the virus, like you kind of get the idea like that's not intentional.
Oh yeah.
Now for a second there, I thought when he took his shirt off, and he saw his arm. I thought maybe they were going to imply that virus burned him, and that's the stick arm. I mean, the robot arm, and not the techno-organic virus. But they didn't mention it. They didn't say that, and they didn't say one way or the other. So I mean,
it's amazing too because what most people also don't forget too is that Cable also has a son named Tyler. So it's just funny that this movie said, "Yeah, fuck all that. He just has a daughter and a wife, Hope." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, fine, cool." Because let's be real about this.
Are you implying the X-Men movie disregard X-Men continuity?
Oh no, I'm fine with that. It's just funny to me because, like I said, it's like when you have Cable, it's like, yeah, it's better to just simplify it and stuff because the shit's so fucking convoluted. It's like, nope, can't do it. Nope.
Which I think is kind of funny
guys,
because it's leaving prime comedy material on the table for Deadpool to make fun of.
Gotta save it for X-Force, sir. Come on.
Did you guys like Brolin as Cable, or did you have another guy in mind?
This dude is just knocking it out of the park. I think me and D, when we were watching it, D was like, "Hey, Brolin, stop fucking acting, all right? God damn. You already did the shit in fucking Infinity War. Now you're trying to act in this movie. Stop it, Brolin. Stop it."
Dude, Brolin's a motherfucker right now.
I mean, it's like you already owned it with Thanos. Now you're trying to own it with Cable. It's like, God damn it, Brolin. Jesus.
Yeah, but you know how many people don't know that's the same guy?
You know what? That's funny. That is. I did remember seeing a couple people tweeting about that. I was like, you didn't notice that?
My buddy that I went with.
Wow, they didn't notice the voice?
He's just like, he goes, "Oh, he looks familiar," and I was like, "That's Thanos, dude." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, obviously, mocap and." Yeah. I was like, but if you look at Thanos, you can see his face, and I mean, he tries to do a different voice for each character, but you can definitely hear it, And I was like, that's, motherfucker's beating his own movie with this movie, like you see that meme I posted where I was like, who's going to top Infinity War, and I put that fucking clip of him saying, "All right, I'll do it myself."
Yeah.
It's, I mean, that dude's on top of the world right now.
Yeah. I mean, real talk. So I had to see this movie twice to catch it because the first time I was like, "Wait, is that hit?" So Brad Pitt is Vanisher. I died laughing because at first I was like, "Is this the joke with Vanisher? That's what they're gonna do, just some invisible dude?" And then like when he got electrocuted, I was like, "Is that Brad Pitt? The fuck?" And I was like, "Oh shit, it is Brad Pitt."
Everybody in the audience was like that.
Huh?
You just hear collectively, "Is that Brad Pitt?" That was pretty awesome.
I didn't see that coming. I gotta remember, I did not see that coming. It's like, I'm fine with this. This is cool.
Wasn't he rumored to be in talks for Cable when it was first announced?
Yeah, he was initially like supposed to be like Cable and stuff. It was like him and Cal Chandler was like not like the two that were going to be Cable and stuff. And I want to say
Cal Chandler?
Yeah, Cal Chandler. Cal Chandler that's when Tim Miller was attached, and they were trying to go for Pitt and Cal Chandler and stuff. So, you know.
Damn, I always thought Homeboy from Avatar would have been an interesting Cable, at least like looks wise.
I think he was trying to earlier on when they were announcing like Deadpool 2 and stuff, and they said Cable was going to be in it and stuff. He kept expressing interest in doing it. I mean, look, you see him in Avatar, that's fucking Cable.
Yep.
I mean,
basically. I mean, he's slightly thinner, slightly smaller.
I'm pretty sure they would ask him to bulk up
so.
a little bit, but I was like, yo, that motherfucker was already like flexing a little bit in Avatar, so you know he would have like tried to bulk up for that.
All right. And that begs the question, like, the only complaint that I've seen really is that Cable, you know, obviously in the comics, he's fucking, you know, he looks like the, you know, people are like, oh, I just wish he was bigger and da-da-da-da. Did you guys have a problem? Did you buy Brolin as Cable, or were you like, that's just a version of Cable?
I bought him and stuff. I mean, especially once him and Deadpool were actually kind of like playing off of their dynamics, much like the comics and stuff. So it worked out ultimately at the end of the day and stuff. You know, because like I said, by himself, it was like, you know, okay, he wants his family, blah, 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 blah. But it's like he's at his best when he's like playing off of like other characters and stuff. Like I said, specifically with Deadpool and stuff. That's be honest with you, that was the reason why I love that Cable Deadpool comic and stuff, because they played off each other. So,
but the look and everything was
good
with you guys.
Yeah, I was fine with the look. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what about you? What about you, bro?
I mean, no complaints. It wasn't a deal, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
it was what it was.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like it was what it was. But I mean, like, were you like, all right, that's Cable, like? As much as Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, were you like, fuck, that's Cable?
Oh, in that sense, then, I mean, he was serviceable in the Cable that's presented in the movie, but and that's not, I'm trying to tell.
I really can't think of anybody else that would have like did it. That's the crazy part about it, because it's hard to really like pinpoint who could do it.
And I'm not saying it's negative, like, well, I'm not being like that guy, like not McCable, that JPEG, or like, I just hate him in the role. Like, no, he's fine. Like I said, I enjoyed him as Cable, but like, I'm not getting that same, like, when I say that praise that I say for Ryan Reynolds, like that's a very rare thing. Like, like it's that J. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson level, like melding together. But as in terms of an actor playing a part, playing a character, Josh Brolin as Cable, it's fine, it's good. He's okay.
Yeah, I mean. It works out ultimately and stuff, but like you said, it is kind of like one of those like you gotta really kind of see it as it goes by and stuff. So like I said, for what it was in the movie and stuff, I thought he actually pulled it off pretty well and stuff. It's, like I said, when his dynamic with Deadpool came in, it worked out very well and stuff. Even the look and stuff, I love the look of it and stuff, including the fanny pack. That was funny.
And the fact that he addresses like the short guy, not as big in the comics, like to me that was perfect.
Yeah.
It was like when Don Cheadle fucking took over War Machine. He's like, look, man, I'm here. It is what it is. Get over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, all right. So when Deadpool's like the little guy, and you're like, all right, like, you know,
yeah,
because everyone's like, he needs more pouches and shit like that. But I thought Brolin, like, you know, the scar on the face, the eye. I kind of disliked how the eye kept going away though.
Yeah, it's like, because like I said, with the convoluted nature of Cable and stuff, the eye, if I remember correctly, I think the eye has, like, it's tied into his mutant powers. But they never really played up his mutant powers in this movie. It was just like, oh, time travel and using guns. I'm like, I'm fine with it. I mean, what can you do? I mean, that's Cable in a nutshell and stuff. He's a guns and... I mean, he used his psychic powers to keep that techno-organic virus at bay. So it's like, yeah, well, of course he's guns and all that stuff. And just a little inside joke from Deadpool saying, oh, man, he can't even draw feet and blah, 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 blah. That was actually pretty funny.
Oh, God, I laughed at
I lost my shit. Tell me why I was the only person in my theater laughing at that shit. Is it because I got the joke? Is that the only reason?
Yes.
Oh my god, man! I was like, dog. Like, it's like, look, I like Liefeld, but it's like that motherfucker cannot draw feet for shit.
Dude, I can't stand Rob Liefeld. I can't fucking. I told you about that argument that he and I got.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Like him, his stupid, ridiculous torsos, his tiny waists,
dude,
his ugly ass feet, putting pouches on everything.
The big ass fucking shoulder pads and the convoluted guns that make no goddamn sense.
Yeah, in the 90s, everyone had huge shoulder pads, guns, pouches, or leather jackets for some odd ass reason.
You forgot the cuff gloves and the straps everywhere, the buckles.
Yeah, and
True that.
And it makes it makes it even worse when you compare that to say when Jim Lee did Wildcats and his characters weren't as ridiculous as Liefeld's, and it's like, god damn, this is like a stark difference.
I think Lee did this shit on purpose. I think he totally did this shit on purpose. He's like, so this is where he's going. So I'm kind of draw regular looking superheroes now.
Yeah. It's like, here's my Wildcats.
I don't know if you guys saw, but like somebody retweeted because he'll block me, but like. Somebody retweeted one of his things the other day, like very tongue in cheek. He's like, "Yeah, I'm the guy that can't draw feet." He's like, apparently in the '90s, other artists caught the same thing that I had. He posted a bunch of Jim Lee X-Men covers where the feet are covered up, and Jim Lee's like, he goes, "It's not about drawing feet; it's about knowing how to cover them up." And I'm like, "Motherfucker!" I was like, "Motherfucker." First of all, like the nerd in me was like, how dare you, Liefeld, compare yourself to Jim Lee?
The god, Jim Lee.
Yeah, fuck you. Like, see, that's why I don't like him, because to me, he thinks he's on the same level. Like, dude, nobody even knows the fuck you are anymore, and nobody cares. And Lee's like, yeah, bitch, shut the fuck up.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
You on how to draw feet.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I remember I watched that Image documentary and stuff, and I appreciate Liefeld and the rest of them for what they did of kind of setting the tone for the industry. I appreciate that.
Of course.
100%.
But when you hear that he was embezzling money and shit.
Yeah, it's like...
and all that.
Yeah, it's definitely...
and he acts like... He solely created, because he wasn't Deadpool a co-creation, like Deadpool, Cable.
Yes. First of all,
and this motherfucker acts like,
get your head out your ass. I'm gonna say, get your head out your ass, because Deadpool isn't your sole creation, because you based Deadpool off fucking Deathstroke, because DC wouldn't give you Slade, so you said, well, fuck it, I have my own Slade with hookers. Nah.
Exactly. So I mean, the only reason that anybody knows who he is now is because of these movies.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I almost pissed myself. I laughed so hard. You know what I mean? God damn.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things and stuff like that. Because what's funny? Like Rob Liefeld actually is funny. He co-created a lot of damn characters. I didn't know he helped co-create fucking Domino.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was another one he helped co-create. I was like, oh,
didn't he do most of the initial X-Force folk on that first book?
Yeah,
it was
Shatterstar.
Yeah, Shatterstar is another one, which I gotta admit, despite how he went out, I just like how his introduction was. Yeah, I'm from Mojo World, and I'm not gonna lie, I marked out a little bit when he said Mojo World. I was like, yes.
When he said Mojo World, the first thing I thought was, yo, if Deadpool 3 does not have Mojo in it, with Jay jumping from world,
I'll take fucking
the movie writes itself. The movie writes itself.
Dude, I'll take that. I'll take a fucking Spiral. God damn, I will take Spiral and fucking, what's the other dude? What the fuck is the dude name?
Long Shot.
Yeah, Long Shot, man.
The dude with the eye. My head.
Yeah, I'll take a Long Shot, Spiral, Mojo. Game fucking over.
And then you have, what's the chick with the fucking 6 arms?
Yeah, that's what's it. Spiral. Yeah, Spiral.
Is that Spiral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need her. You're right. I need Long Shot. I need them to bring, because even that David Leitch guy was like, he goes, hey, Deadpool has a time travel device. Star hit the helicopter, sprayed, and he's like, they can just bring him back. He's a fucking alien, anyways.
Yeah.
So like, he was kind of like, he's like, don't get your panties in a twist. Like, we can bring Shatterstar back. It's Deadpool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
we can go with this. I mean, we can go with the assumption that like, when he went back in time, I mean, because they could easily in Deadpool 3, well, I thought these characters died. Nah, time travel, that kind of thing. And it's like, okay, fine. That's cool. and you just shrug it
Well,
off.
yeah, I mean, the director, he was like, yeah, no, Ben F is alive. You know what I mean? Because everyone was like, well, is she alive? You're like, yeah, no, that was, because they thought it was just like an after credit scene or whatever. And he's like, no, that was the whole point of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, because it's funny, too, because I don't know if you guys saw it. Like, somebody was saying, like, basically, with the way the movie ended with him going back and he's saying Vanessa and stuff, which I gotta admit, like, when she got killed, I was like, oh, man, that sucks. That sucks so bad.
Me too.
But...
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, because I gotta admit, if we're gonna go back to it, I love the whole beginning of Deadpool with him going around the world killing people and stuff. I thought that was just awesome. Especially when...
dude. What about that fucking James Bond opening?
Oh, man.
And again, I was the person laughing in the theater. Like, my theater was, like, completely fucking silent.
Like, how you not laughing? That's, like, so James Bond. Like, what?
Is this not fun to y'all? Like, what the hell?
Perfect fucking opening.
I mean, that's Celine Dion and stuff, so it's funny, too, because, like, somebody was saying that might end up getting, like, nominated for, like, best, like, comedy song or some shit like that. And I was like, it would not surprise me whatsoever if it does. I mean, if it does, cool. I mean, it might get a Golden Globe, possibly, maybe, but, I mean, that shit had me fucking dying. I was like, that was awesome. And then him telling the Japanese dude, Donde está Biblioteca and shit. He was like, yeah, that's all I really know.
When he blows himself up just for shits.
Yeah, okay. So I don't mind how they did their powers where he just regenerates and stuff. But I thought it was interesting because I could have sworn, like, if he gets, like, taken apart, if you just attach it back, it'll just kind of attach himself back. Like, I could have sworn that's what basically is how his powers function.
That's because I assumed the same about Wolverine. Like, I never assumed Wolverine would grow a new arm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I never really thought of it that deep, but, like, I always assumed, because didn't the Hulk rip him in half, and then when he got his other half, he was able to heal himself?
Yeah, which is weird, because then, I'm like, how do you rip a pure adamantium body apart like that, but whatever.
At the joints, dude.
On the fucking Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that begs the question, though, because Wolverine's made of adamantium. You technically can't really destroy his arm.
Yeah.
Deadpool doesn't have an adamantium skeleton, so let's say, I guess the way I interpret it was, if, let's say, you found the pieces of him and you put him back, he would heal, but if you didn't, he would regenerate.
Yeah. I mean, look, it makes
funny
jokes.
Then it opens up the can of worms. So if you don't put them back together and he just regenerates, would that mean that each individual part would generate a Deadpool?
That is true.
He's like Groot.
Yeah. That is true. But then again, you wouldn't get the funny Basic Instinct joke, with the little baby legs and stuff, and his dick just hanging out. So.
The fucking baby dick just chilling on the screen.
So yeah, so we're just freeballing it out here, guys. Yeah, just t-shirt and freeballing, and I'm like, wow, just wow. Yo, you know what? Okay.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
Oh my god!
And then
at
you
first
guys
I was
notice
like, how
that
they gonna
he's wearing
do this?
He's so like, you got Josh Brolin, you get the one-eyed Willie, the Goonies remark. He was wearing the fucking chunk shirt in that scene. Like, I'm like, is that fucking chunk shirt? And then I went back and looked online, and they're like, yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of little nuggets and Easter eggs in this whole thing that it's like you have to see. Like I said, it took me the second time to notice that was Brad Pitt as Vanisher and stuff, because D was like, "Is that Brad Pitt? It can't be." And I was like, "I think it is?" ? So yeah, it's definitely it was just so much stuff. The one-eyed Willie stuff. That what was funny too is like also if we're going to talk about it and stuff, what's his face? Blind Al. I thought she was funny in this movie.
Yeah, she was great. And did you catch when he went to go get the cocaine, went up the boards, and labeled on one of them was the cure to blindness?
Yep.
I was like, nice callback, my guys.
He's a man of his word.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, I just like those small little nuggets and stuff. Dopinder, he was actually pretty funny and stuff. Particularly when he killed Homeboy at the end, that was funny. Just like his eagerness of just wanting to work, especially when they took Peter. He's like, yeah, I just found the ad and stuff. And he's like, you're hired. And you just see him in the back like, motherfucker, what the hell, man?
I wanted actually I really like Blind Al from the first one, and I think that she was in it more than this one. But
yeah.
I really like her, and I kind of miss them living together.
Yeah.
See, okay, here's the thing. The only thing that took me out for a second, and I get that it's a Deadpool movie and it's tongue in cheek, and I totally understand that, was when he goes out and he's Deadpool and he comes home and he's just a normal guy with a fucked up face, which didn't look as fucked up as it did in the first one to me.
Yeah, I know they kind of on the face thing for it. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm like, he can't be a fucking good-looking burn/cancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is a good-looking dude. You can't be good-looking and be Deadpool. Just gnarl up that face. That was the only thing that I was like, that's kind of weird. But he goes out and he's Deadpool and he kills everybody. And then he comes home and she's like, let's make a baby. It was too, normal life for me. I get that I'm talking about a Deadpool movie and it doesn't matter, but I kind of liked him living with Blind Al. And masturbating in Crocs and fucking with a unicorn. You know what I mean? The fact that he goes home to Vanessa and then he just goes and visits Blind Al. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's because somebody said that him going back and saving Vanessa kind of made the whole point of Deadpool 2 worthless. I'm like, not really, because the movie still is what it is. It was just about him dying and stuff. And I liked the beginning with him having that clock with Wolverine from the end of Logan when he got impaled.
And again,
the fucking music box.
I was the only person laughing.
That's what I'm saying. It's yo, everybody loved Logan,
there's something
right?
wrong with me? Do you not get the joke? It's just me then. Okay.
It's did you guys not watch Logan? I could have sworn everybody was praising Logan. It's how did you not? What is going on here, guys? Come on, it's just funny. Another little snippet and stuff. The mid credits, directed by one of the guys who killed the dog in John Wick.
Yup.
I was like, okay, that was funny. That was definitely pretty funny.
I wanted to see. Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, and Yukio, more of them. I definitely wanted to see more Blind Al.
Oh,
and then I wanted to see more of Dopinder. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah. He was definitely the MVP of the movie and stuff. I know TJ Miller was going through his shit and stuff, so it felt like there were parts of the movie where I'm like, Weasel was supposed to be in this part of the movie, and they clearly kind of edited him out a little bit and stuff. So that was actually.
Well, Reynolds said that T.J. Miller wouldn't be in X-Force or Deadpool 3.
Oh, well, yeah, that answers that. So.
Dude, when you're calling it a bomb threat on a train, you kind of done,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck that guy's deal is, but he walks off of fucking Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
And then,
calling
it bomb threats.
They said he was an asshole on the fucking Silicon Valley set, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even know all that.
Well, I read that, and this may be bullshit, but they do that Big Hero 6 cartoon.
Yeah.
And he was, I think, one of the only actors that was down to reprise the role in Disney. He's like, nah, we're good, man.
Yeah, I think the TV show they're about to do and stuff, I was like, damn, shit, they really about ready to excommunicate him out the deal. Jesus.
Yeah, but I think you're right, though. Dopinder seemed to be in more scenes that, to me, might have been more for Weasel.
Yeah.
I think you're right, though. But come on, man, that Dopinder guy, when Deadpool's getting chased by that mob, and he's like, "Oh, shit my pants."
It's I think that was me. Oh, man, hey, I gotta be real about this, man. Okay, so the headmaster of the Essex Institute, right? I really swear I thought they were kind of angling him as kind of being like Graydon Creed when he had the Friends of Humanity group.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought they were going to angle him as that, and I was like, damn it, I really wish they went for that angle of him being part of Friends of Humanity.
I thought Yeah, or when they kept saying Essex, I'm like, God damn, that's not going to be Mr. Sinister, is it? Like,
he was. You know what? Supposedly, Sinister was supposed to have been in like Logan in some way, and kind of been
dude, don't even tell me that.
They set it up, but then it didn't fall through.
Don't tell me that,
you know,
because that's the one character. Him and Omega Red are the only two characters that I'm like dying to see realized.
Man,
you know, and you know who I put as Mr. Sinister, right? Come on.
Who
do I want in every fucking movie I watch?
Oh, Bryan Cranston.
Yep. So, like,
you know, Bryan Cranston
in
and a
movie,
freaking high top fade, like Mr. Sinister stuff.
Dude, Bryan Cranston is Mr. Sinister. Bryan Cranston is fucking Man-at-Arms and He-Man. Bryan Cranston is Darkseid. I want everything. They got Bryan Cranston as Zordon for a minute,
which I thought was still awesome. I mean, hey, it's Bryan Cranston.
I did too, but when they said like that was the Essex home, and before, I don't know if they named that guy, or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but for a minute, I was like, they're not going to fucking make this Mr. Sinister, right? Because, like, I would be stoked.
I mean, supposedly not.
But I'd be disappointed.
I mean, supposedly, knock on wood, I don't know how true this is. Supposedly, the reshoots for the New Mutants movie might be including Sinister, and I'm, like, very afraid. I'm very much afraid of what the hell they're going to fucking do with that character in New Mutants.
Don't you dare. Don't blue ball me. Don't do that.
Don't you dare, because these movies don't matter after next year. Like, Dark Phoenix doesn't matter.
Crossing fucking fingers. I'm really crossing fingers on that, man. Like,
I don't see Disney. I just don't see Disney. Like, I would be shocked.
What? You're Kevin Feige, and you're like, okay, finally, I have these toys put in my toy chest, and I have this one character who's really awesome. He has a good aesthetic, a good power set, good motives. I can finally use him in an X-Men movie because for some odd-ass reason, Fox hasn't touched him yet.
Yeah.
And maybe if I play my cards right, I can maybe, center a phase around him because, we can lead into maybe any number of storylines he's been a part of.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? You're just going to throw him in a one movie? Fuck you, Fox.
Horror movie that I'm like, does anybody really care?
Just to beat me to the punch? Fuck you, Fox.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've been waiting for fucking years. Every time they did one of those shitty Wolverine movies, I didn't like Logan either, but like anytime they did those movies, I was like, come on, man, just do Mr. Sinister. Like, do Mr. Sinister and do Omega Red.
And you know what? As a comic book reader, I would be outright offended if Mr. Sinister was in a Logan movie and wasn't in any way involved with Cyclops or Jean. I'd be fucking furious.
Do not be shocked in X-Force if we get Omega Red in that.
Oh, dude, you're fucking teasing me with that. Like, he's one of my, I don't know why, he's one of my favorite fucking Wolverine villains.
That's one of those.
They've never.
Is it the man bun?
Yeah, I mean,
the man bun, isn't it?
I mean, look, let's be real about this and stuff. When a lot of hero movies, because like I said, upcoming Jake Gyllenhaal got announced as Mysterio, I was like, well, thank you. Shit, you gave us Vulture. Awesome. Now you're giving us Mysterio. Okay, I'm
and he's coming back as Vulture.
Huh?
He's got, they announced today, or I don't know if they announced, but they said that Michael Keaton agreed to be, obviously reprise his role, but from prison.
Yeah. I'm just like, yo, that's
so
even like...
Which to me, hold up. Tell me that doesn't sound like the slightest fucking seed planting of the Sinister Six.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely building up to that. I mean, look, Prime knows this. I'm like, yo, if we get full tilt MCU shit, I want to see a Thunderbolts and versus Sinister Six movie immediately, just cause that's all I want to see.
But I mean, don't you think that
I'm still waiting on Songbird to pop up in any fucking MCU movie? Please.
But don't you think that if they did, which I believe Marvel, will do it correctly. Like, you had, quote unquote Matt Gargan cameo for a second in Homecoming, which I wanted to see Scorpion in Homecoming too, but I'll take Mysterio, no problem.
Oh yeah.
And but Sinister Six could kind of be like Spidey's, Infinity War to a much, much lesser degree.
Oh yeah.
But that could be what they're building up to, in these movies. So like if he comes back as Vulture and then Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, since how they interact or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then you have To me, Kraven and Scorpion would work together in a movie because Kraven would hunt both of them, Spider-Man and Scorpion.
Yeah.
I like that.
Completely off track.
Yeah.
I just like that.
Wait, stop. Stop. Wait, hold on. Stop. Hold on. Wait, stop. Can we appreciate that? Because I like that. Because now my gears are turning. I'm saying that. I love it.
Hey, man, I've been doing that for like fucking 3 years.
Look, Joe mentioned Omega Red, and I'm sitting back like, I want the full-blown Russian Ruski Omega Red.
Yeah, with that man butt and those fucking long-ass sideburns.
Man, I need that for my life because, look, as much as I like Iron Man 2, it's like Vanko, I wanted my full-blown red Russian, Crimson Dynamo, and I didn't get that shit, so it's like... I wanted my Crimson Dynamo. I didn't get it, so it's like, I need them to at least make it up to me by giving me full-blown Russian Omega Red. I need that in my life.
Well, it took us how many years to get a Russian fucking Colossus?
I know, right? So it's like, damn.
Motherfucker in the second movie is like, can you hide kids? Yeah, I got it. What?
16-year-old dude from California is Colossus. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
don't get me wrong. I like the look of him when they were shooting at him. I will not take that movie away. I love that part of X2. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw X2, I marked out a little bit. I was like, oh shit, Colossus. But then it's like, Then you see Days of Future Past, and you're like, wow, they really nerfed the shit out of fucking Colossus in this movie. God, Christ, this is horrible. But yeah, I need my Omega Red. It's like Reynolds and them get it, and it's just, that's what sucks about these X-Men movies is that I feel that they don't get it. I mean, they're doing Dark Phoenix, and it's like,
again,
you didn't build up to it. It's just, you're making the same mistake as Last Stand, except you're doing it differently with your mistake.
How many times has Magneto and Stryker been villains in movies?
And I'm fine with Stryker, but I want my evangelical crazed Stryker. I don't want, like, I have a reason to be against mutants Stryker. I want crazy evangelical Stryker with purifiers. That's what I want.
Yeah, I want, like, some variety in my villains. Like, come on, man.
That's why I'm like, I don't trust you guys with Sinister. You're gonna fuck that up. You already fucked up Apocalypse, and that's the granddaddy of fucking villains.
There's gonna be some whack ass vampire for a couple of jump scares, and don't. Oh, jeez.
See, you're gonna get me angry about it. Like, god damn it.
No, but the fact that you just said that, like, because didn't New Mutants? I mean, wasn't that shit supposed to come out already?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah,
it was supposed to come out February this year, and they just pushed it to next year, and I'm like,
So when I saw the trailer, I was like, I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, the New Mutants are cool, but like, I have no interest in anything that Fox does with the X-Men.
I don't blame you. It's
like,
just I just by default, because we review movies, it's like I gotta watch it. So yeah.
But you guys are the ones that tell me and reinforce. Anytime I get kind of curious, hey man, the angel dies in a plane crash.
Oh, I told Joe off the break. I broke that fuck. Yo, this is where my level of not giving a fuck came in. I was like, you know what? Fuck Apocalypse. Hey, Joe, don't watch this fucking movie. Archangel died in a plane crash. I tweeted that shit out. The shit got like 50 retweets because people were like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, he does. He dies in a goddamn plane crash. Don't watch this fucking movie.
And doesn't like Psylocke survive the plane crash?
Yeah. It's like, what are we doing here?
But, no, he's right, though. Like, I could see Fox, they've had the X license for, damn near 20 years.
Yeah.
And they haven't given us Omega Red. They haven't given us Mr. Sinister. And he's right. Like, I could see Fox as just as a fuck you going like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just put Mr. Sinister in New Mutants because we know Disney is just going to wipe the slate clean. Like, do you guys think there is a fucking chance that Disney actually continues off of this? Or they're just like, all right, we got
no most chance in hell.
The only thing that they will carry over is Deadpool. That's the only thing I can see them carry over.
And like Chris said, you can get away with Deadpool because he's irrelevant and he breaks the fourth wall. So you can just drop him in any universe. It doesn't really matter. Everybody else, y'all on a chopping block. It's over.
Right. So I could see Fox just as a fuck you being like, check this out. Let's put Mr. Sinister in there because we know that Feige has plans for him, yada, 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 yada. And let's just throw a bunch of shit at the wall before this deal
it's almost like let's just go out with a bang, even though the bang doesn't make sense.
Dude, they're still trying to push that damn Gambit movie, and I'm like, really, guys? You're really trying to make fetch happen with that? I mean, good luck. I mean, shit. I mean, I don't know what
if you want to make fucking Channing Tatum Gambit, I don't really care, but fuck, man, at least put him in an X-Men movie. I don't even say Gambit movie. You know, like, if that's going to... Call me crazy, I think Channing Tatum is fucking funny.
Oh, yeah, he is.
So,
he is.
And he looks good, and I liked him in Kingsman for the 2 minutes that he was in there. So, like, if Disney was like, hey, check this out, that's our Gambit for our new X-Men, I'm 100% okay with that. Like, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
But knock it off with this fucking Gambit. You know, we might have found a director. It's not in the cards. You know what I mean? It's just not in the cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
I caught your pun, Joe. Fantastic Four.
I got you, Joe. I heard you.
I'm just saying, like, yo, it really is. It's just like when that deal happened, I was like, they're panicking because it's like they push New Mutants back, they push Dark Phoenix back. It's never like, look, most movies get pushed back. That happens, but the way it was done, it's like this doesn't bode well. And y'all doing reshoots from New Mutants, and I thought this one it was done. What's going on here? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know what's going on here. And Dark Phoenix, and then I'm laughing at the fact that Storm has an umbrella, and I'm like, but you command weather. What's going on here? Why? You know?
Are you saying that Fox doesn't understand X-Men?
No, and I see why. I see why Ryan Reynolds fought tooth and nail to make sure Deadpool maintained its integrity, and I thank God for him. Thank fucking God for him, because I can't imagine if Fox intervened, if we would have got the Colossus that we would have gotten, if we would have got Negasonic Teenage Warhead, if we would have got all these characters that are true to the character. I mean, yeah. I mean,
wait, didn't Fox have to strike up a deal? Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong here, but the way I understand it is that Marvel or Disney had to work out a deal with Fox to get Ego. Yeah, and Fox had to work out a deal with Disney to get Negasonic Teenage Warhead. So they're kind of playing ball a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think if I remember right. If I remember behind the scenes thing, right, like they wanted to alter Negasonic because Negasonic in the comic book, she's a telepath. She's basically just like another Jean Grey. But in the movie, she's essentially Cannonball.
Yeah.
Go figure. So they had to work out to make an agreement with Marvel to alter her powers for that. And it was like, okay, we'll let you change her, but you got to give us Ego.
Yeah, because I think Ego was trapped under the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was like, all right, we'll let you use Ego. Why not? You know, and I was like, okay, so clearly, like you said, Joe, it's like clearly there's something happening. So, I mean, look.
So to be fair, if I was Kevin Feige and Disney Marvel, out of all the characters from Fantastic Four that I could have lifted, they chose Ego. And I mean, Kurt Russell, whatever, was fine. But if that deal was presented to me, I am like, you willing to change character that Grant Morrison created in 2000, whatever that not many people know about? Yeah, sure. But you're gonna give me Kang fucking.
I mean, let's be real about this. We get Ego, but understand that opens it up for the Eternals.
All right, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
The normies aren't ready.
I know the normies ain't ready. I'm just saying, just the fact that we got Ego, it did open it up to the Eternals, especially with the way Ego described himself and things. I was like, oh, so that's how they're gonna backdoor the Eternals. Okay, all right. You know, we'll see how it turns out.
We'll see what happens.
It can't be any worse than the Inhumans experiment. Fuck that show, by the way.
Oh, dude, I saw 4 minutes
it is non-canon.
Oh yeah, dude. That's what made it so funny because it's like, yo, because you remember initially Feige was trying to do a movie, right? And I was like, all right, I'm fine with them doing a Inhumans movie.
No, don't put that on Kevin. Hold on.
No. I'm not putting it on Kevin.
Don't put that on Big Ken.
No, I ain't putting it on Kevin.
That was Perlmutter.
No. I know that.
Ike.
Well, what I'm saying is, I remember when Feige initially announced it as part of like the movie thing, and I was excited because like, oh shit, we're gonna get the royal family. And then Perlmutter jumped in and was like, nah, we're gonna do a TV show. And I remember Feige was like, all right, dude, do whatever you want. I don't care. We'll just do something else, you know. And then I laugh at the fact that recently it was like, oh yeah, Humans is not coming back. I'm like, well, no shit, because nobody fucking liked that first season. We like, come on, like, I mean, me and you, Prime, we did a show on that. That shit already told you.
Boy, we tore that shit apart.
Oh my god. So and then
but
also,
that said though, because when he announced it, like you already knew that Feige didn't want to do it, like because they were doing that big shift around the time to like because they were in their fifis because they didn't have the X-Men, so they were doing they can to like to boost up the stature of the Inhumans, to have them to put them in the movies, so there's some cachet with them, and you could tell like Feige was like, nah, man, I kind of got my plan here. I'm kind of chugging along to Infinity War with Thanos. But like, no, we got totally, because you can have more superheroes. They're not like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm really fine. But if this is something I have to do, I'll do it. And you notice as soon as he got the okay from Disney to break away from Disney in their writers' room or whatever that group was called.
The insider
he slowly
room
kept talking less. Yeah, he slowly kept talking less and less about it. Humans was like, oh well, I'm gonna just kindly slide it off my schedule here.
There's a reason why that show was set in Hawaii and it was only loosely based on the MCU with the one SHIELD agent that popped up on fucking Hawaii. And I'm like, oh, y'all guys really don't fucking care about this show. God damn.
Y'all just putting this shit to dry. And it's so sad because there's a lot of potential there with the Inhumans if you do the Inhumans and not great value X-Men. Hey, that's the problem. You weren't trying to do Inhumans.
Look, we're getting Captain Marvel, and I'm pretty sure Feige is already trying to figure out ways, because that's going to be so Kree-focused. We're going to get some Inhumans in Captain Marvel in some way, shape, or form.
Now, I heard that they want to include Miss Marvel in some shape, form down later on in the phases. So you're going to have to address the Inhuman elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Just saying. If you want to use Kamala, she is an Inhumans. You're going to have to, address that unless you're going to just say F it and change her in the movies, which is not above y'all.
But I mean, if we're talking in terms of what they can get away with, though, I died when Deadpool told Cable, zip it Thanos. I was like, okay, well, that's where we're at right now. We'll just do that.
That was funny, and it also made me think like, and although I'm saying this, I don't want this to happen. I'm just noting like I'm shocked it hasn't happened. That Marvel is letting that low hanging fruit of a Thanos versus Cable comic just sit there. I'm not saying it'll be good. I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying I'm actually shocked they're showing restraint and not doing it.
Look, every joke it is, it's like I think Marvel is gonna flex and be like, "Hey Fox, that's nice. We got money. Here you go." I mean, look, they flexed on fucking Lucas and was like, "Yeah, just run a Star Wars. Just run them we'll give you $4 billion, Lucas." And let's be real about this. For all intents and purposes, 3 movies of Star Wars total profit has been close to basically paying off Star Wars.
Oh no, I'm not talking about a movie. I'm talking about like a comic book miniseries. My bad.
Oh no, you already know. Because hold up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that would. Shit. Definitely would. Right.
They're just letting that sit there.
I don't know what Cable's doing now because I lost track of him after he lost his.
He's doing some shenanigans in the solo series, and the last I saw him, he was on Uncanny. Well, no, he just left the Uncanny Avengers.
Did he get his
to do some Cable shenanigans,
disease back and shit? Because last I saw, he had that weak ass arm and shit because he lost the organic virus, and he had like a augmented arm and stuff.
Think so? Because I was jumping in and out of Uncanny Avengers when he was on the team. Yeah. One of the last things I remember him reading was him, Rogue, and Deadpool were going on some Black Ops mission.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but that's a while ago. That's a while ago. I'm way far behind on Uncanny Avengers.
But yeah, it is amazing that in one weekend, this movie domestically made back its budget. 125 million opening week, and I was like, okay then, it made back.
So Deadpool 3.
Yeah, Deadpool 3. Let's go. I mean, I think
Deadpool 3. Let's go.
But yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Yeah. It's awesome. Now here's the funny thing about the X-Force and stuff. I knew about Bedlam. I wasn't too familiar with Zeitgeist though.
He's a new one to me too.
Yeah, I wasn't really familiar with him like that. Like I heard of him, but like a lot of stuff with X-Force and stuff, I only knew some members of the X-Force, the main ones from back in the day. That was like, what's the face, the werewolf chick?
Wolfsbane.
Yeah, Wolfsbane. It was Wolfsbane, Warpath, Shatterstar, Cable. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody else.
Well, Domino.
Yeah, Domino. I remember that team and stuff. And then like, I remember Deadpool might pop up every once in a while and stuff, and I lost track, and then that's when I picked up on when Cyclops formed X-Force again during Messiah Complex, and that fucking stacked ass damn murderous team. So yeah, it's I'm curious because I know a lot of people want to see X-23 and stuff, and I'm like, that could be pretty nice.
I don't give a fuck about that. Come on. Get Wolverine and the X-Men right first before you start doing all this bullshit.
True. I mean, because it's gonna be weird to see who they get to play Wolverine again as the replacement and stuff. To be honest with you, so you know,
I hope an actual comic book accurate Wolverine for once. That'd be nice.
He's like 5'5" and shit.
5'5", angry and hairy. Yes.
God, I still remember when they wanted to get Bob Hoskins. I was like, that was fucking perfect back in the day. Back in the day when they were trying to get that shit to happen, I was like, yo, give me Bob Hoskins. Okay, you guys want Bob Hoskins? Damn, that would have been a good get. You know?
Wasn't Homeboy from Mission Impossible, that Doug Ray Scott?
Yeah, I think supposedly he was supposed
to.
Yeah, he was supposed to.
Yeah, he got injured on the set, and then Hugh Jackman took over.
Yeah. That was interesting and stuff, but yeah.
I heard Scott Eastwood is like campaigning hard for that role.
I could see it.
Yep.
I can actually see it. Funny thing about Scott Eastwood, I don't hate him. I know a lot of people hate him, but like I don't know why and stuff. It's just weird to me that people hate him and stuff. But it's like he's trying to avoid becoming the next like fucking Jai Courtney and shit, like. Because he could easily be along those lines of Jai Courtney, where they're trying to make fetch happen with him and stuff. And I am very much glad he's avoided that because, like I said, he's been picking some pretty good stuff, you know, that I've enjoyed. Like, you know, he was in the Fast and Furious movies. I think he's supposed to be in the next one, and he was in Pacific Rim Uprising, and yeah, so it's like he's picking roles that's not necessarily killing his career so far, but he hasn't hit Sam Worthington, Jai Courtney tier yet, so. I'm waiting for it, but I can see him as Logan. I can definitely see him as Logan.
He's small too. I thought he was like 6'something", man. He's a fairly small guy.
Yeah, he's like 5'9" or something like that, 5'8", some shit like that.
Yeah, like he's not exactly fucking, you know, hitting the ceiling.
Yeah, he can definitely do it and stuff. But yeah, it's just this. Like I said, everything about Deadpool 2 I love, and like I said, the whole thing with him traveling back in time and he shot Ryan Reynolds when the Green Lantern thing was like the script was done. I fucking died on that shit.
Dude, I died when he killed fucking Origin. When he's like, "Oh, just timeline."
It's like.
Did you see the tweet that Warner Brothers tweeted at Ryan Reynolds? Where they're like, "Hey man, we tried to put a ring on it," and he's like, "Well, if it was a Nuva ring, we'd be okay." And then they write back and they go, "You know what? We're gonna need our ring back."
I mean, just for like I said, I just like the amount of leeway he definitely got in terms of the jokes and stuff. Like I said, the DC jokes had me dying and stuff. It was like, it's so dark and angry. Oh, man.
Did you guys like the little X-Force costume nod?
What, with the, shit?
With Deadpool with the gray and the black?
Yeah, that was actually, that was actually a pretty good nod. Yeah, definitely a good nod to that and stuff. I just... On top of that, just him constantly saying X-Force. It's like
I'm an X-Man trainee.
Dude, I'm really fucking surprised that when they kept doing the arms cross for X-Force, nobody made a Black Panther joke. I was like, it's coming. Come on.
I mean,
you know what I mean? The Wakanda joke.
I am mad. We only got one reference, and that was the Brown Panther thing. I was like, damn it, I wanted more. I really did.
Yeah. I wanted them to make some kind of like, you know, this gesture is completely our own. Nobody else uses it. Do you think when they, because, I mean, by all accounts here, X-Force is the next movie over Deadpool 3. Do you think, who do you think's on the team? Cable, Domino, Deadpool, who else?
Part of me thinks they might bring back Shatterstar. I could see that happening and stuff.
Okay.
I see them trying to bring somebody with claws. Either X-23 and they don't explain shit, or Wolverine and it's somebody new.
Or Wolfsbane or something like that.
Wolfsbane. I mean, granted, Wolfsbane is in the New Mutant, so that's going to be kind of tough to see what they do with that and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You had two Quicksilvers, though.
Yeah, look, that Quicksilver in the X-Men movies is basically the fucking Flash fucking speed fucking Quicksilver. That shit ain't Quicksilver, because Quicksilver ain't that goddamn fast. I'm sorry, like, you don't have the damn Speed Force Quicksilver. What are we doing here? So, but yeah, I can see them.
So you're saying
Phantom X. I can see them using them.
But how? So are we talking like 4 or 5 characters, or how many do you think we're to get? Because I mean, we already know the 3 for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be Domino, Deadpool, Cable. That much.
All right.
That much. That's the 3 easily and stuff. If we're going extended to that and stuff, like I said, I can see them using Shatterstar. It's definitely going to be tricky to see if they get either a new Warpath, which I can actually see, or, like I said, they bring, it's like Phantom X, Warpath. See, Psylocke is tricky because they could bring her in. I actually didn't mind What's-Her-Face as Psylocke, to be honest with you. I forgot What's-Her-Face.
Olivia Munn?
Yeah, Olivia Munn. She actually, in terms of like the look and stuff and even what lines they gave her and stuff, she was fine as Psylocke and stuff, so I wouldn't mind if they just used her and brought her in and don't explain shit. It's just she's just there, which I'm perfectly fine with if you really had to bring another female onto the team and stuff as another dynamic. But yeah, if you're going to have X-Force, you definitely need to throw in, like, fucking Omega Red as, like, the evil bad guy. In Mojoverse and stuff, if you really go with it.
Okay, so is Colossus part of X-Force?
He was
in the movie?
No, he's the X-Men. He's part of the X-Men. So he has...
No, I know that, but I'm saying, like, in the movie, you know, I mean, he was such a big part of this movie, and, you know, he kept saying, Deadpool kept saying X-Force, X-Force, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead's there. Because, I mean, fucking Wolverine was part of X, you know what I mean? Like, they can jump around.
Yeah, I mean, Colossus was a part of it in the comics and stuff when they did the Cable run, the Cable led X-Force. I think it was after the Uncanny X-Force run. He popped up on there because it was him. It was Domino, Colossus, Cable, Forge, and Dr. Nemesis.
Colossus joined in 2013, I believe.
Yeah, that was the
Don't
one.
quote me on that.
Yeah, it was him and Dr. Nemesis. They were like the 2 X-Men people that jumped on there and stuff. And Forge popped up from off of X Factor as part of the team too. So, yeah. Actually, you know who would be funny, though? Throw Puck on there.
That'd be hilarious. Did you catch the Alpha Flight reference? Flight? Yeah.
Yep.
I want to,
laugh my ass off, too.
Yo, Alpha Flight, that's another group I wouldn't mind seeing, because you can definitely get your Canadian jokes in there if you threw Deadpool into the mix on that shit. Easily. I mean, there's just so much. It's like, when I watch Deadpool 2, it's just like, it's so many possibilities they could do, and it'll be so awesome, and it's just like, Fox is just shitting the bed on there. It's like, when I look at what they're doing with Dark Phoenix, they're doing the same shit they did with Quicksilver, where they're using the Skrulls out of spite. And it don't even make any sense. Are they using the
Skrulls?
I don't believe there was any Skrulls in the Dark Phoenix storyline. That's the thing.
Not central. Didn't she blow up one of their colony worlds or whatever when she went on that orgasm binger?
Yeah, I remember she did, but they didn't factor into the storyline. Like,
yeah, they weren't a major fact. No, they were not. No.
Yeah, and this one, Dark Phoenix, they're using the Skrull Queen. I'm like, you guys are dicks. Now you're being dicks, and it's gonna fuck up your movie because you don't like the fact that y'all guys been sitting on the Skrulls and didn't do dick shit with them and stuff, and now because Marvel's using them and stuff. Now you're trying to do it, and it's like, that's dumb. You didn't even go out in space. You're not even trying to do space stuff with your X-Men. Like, oh my god, that's just gonna make me pissed off at.
Dude, I think we get the Skrulls and the Kree in Avengers 4.
Oh yeah, it's definitely leading. Like, put it this way, they're angling towards Secret Invasion for Phase 4 going forward. They're angling it. That's why I'm like, I think the Inhumans might make a comeback in Phase 4 and beyond. Easily, because like you said, Prime, they're gonna have to like address the Inhuman situation and stuff. And like I said, I heard Feige is trying to closely tie in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now since he kind of got control of that show now. So it isn't what you said, Prime, where it isn't like the whole like, well, guys, I mean, we wish we could be part of the MCU, but not. Feige's like, oh yeah, we're definitely trying to tie in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a lot closer than what it has been before.
All right, so now the TV shows not going to have their girlfriend in Canada. They're going to actually like show us on FaceTime now.
I mean, especially with Coulson being in Captain Marvel, yeah, that's their opening right there to really tie it all in and stuff now.
So what do you think is going to happen? Because I heard Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting pushed back to a later premiere date with an abbreviated season.
Oh yeah, they're trying.
Is it?
Yeah, they're giving us less episodes and stuff. Well, it's two things. One, they're trying to tie it into Disney streaming service too, but they're also tied into Captain Marvel because, like I said, Coulson's in it, so that's going to be like the major tie-in and stuff. Because I like the finale and stuff. I thought it was dope. So, I mean, yeah.
I thought it was okay. Now, they already have their syndication money, right? They already reached 100, so they set for life. They good.
Yeah, they're in syndication territory at this point, so it's all good and stuff. But like I said, they're definitely trying it in. That's why it's like I look at the Fox thing and it's like, whatever, guys. I mean, do what you want. I don't care because I don't know too many people that's going to care for New Mutants and stuff. I mean, they're not like. It's not the fact that I want to see the costumes, but it's like I'm watching it. I'm like, I don't fucking know like what the hell is happening.
I don't like the shit I'm hearing the people behind the scenes of that movie are saying. Things like, well, we wanted to try something new. And, you know, I'm not a fuddy-duddy. I said fuddy-duddy. I'm not like a particular, like, I don't mind people changing things for adaptations. But the way the director I've seen talk is like, you don't want to make a superhero movie, then why are you using superhero movie characters? That doesn't make any damn sense to me.
Well, because it's like,
you wanted to tell your body horror teenage horror movie, tell your body horror teenage horror movie with your own fucking characters. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, everybody thinks that when you're bucking hard on the X movies, like, well, you just want to be like the MCU. It's like, I mean, I let the first two movies and even X-Men First Class go because you saw a hint of a possibility of what they could do. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when I first saw First Class, and I saw Banshee, like, using his powers like that to fly, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. That's dope as shit.
And that's the thing that is so infuriating about these Fox X-Men movies. Like, we keep getting those glimpses of what they could be. Like, each new movie is like, okay, now that we've done with the racism thing, we're gonna give you a proper X-Men adventure. Oh, like, here's some more of the mutants are hated in fear thing. Womp, womp, womp.
Dude, we saw, like, look, and the greatest part of that movie was when we saw Azazel and shit. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking dope as hell. He doing all that stuff. And look, Emma Frost aside, I actually liked the power set that they used for her. It was just nice on the aesthetic side and stuff. I know the actress wasn't necessarily the best Emma Frost and stuff, especially the one we know. But I was like, the glimpses were there and stuff. Even fucking, what's his face? Kevin Bacon's character. Shit.
Oh, I love making this Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah, it was awesome. The power set was awesome. I was like, that's Shaw. That's him in a nutshell. Cool. You know, so it's just those glimpses are there, and then we don't get anything after that. And it's like, what?
Keep getting titillated. It is so frustrating.
It's like, damn it, what are we doing here?
Especially like, I'll give you the perfect example. So look at the end of First Class. How they stood at Magneto with the Brotherhood of Mutants, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh snap, we're going to get some classic X-Men. Then Days of Future Past, all that is just dropped, and all those characters are killed off screen.
There for
why?
Sentinels that are too fucking broken, and I'm like, this is dumb. This is fucking dumb.
You talking about those Dyson? You talking about those Dyson Sentinels?
Well, yeah, that and the future Sentinels that just were like broken for no fucking reason, and I'm like, this is stupid. This is dumb.
Wait a minute, are you implying that the X-Men movies are bullshit and don't know what they're doing with those characters? Is that what you're saying to me right now?
I've been implying.
Are you implying?
Despite my enjoyment,
sure?
I've been saying that. I'm like, these movies do not care.
Wait a minute, are you implying that a series of movies that can't figure out whether Cyclops has concussive blasts and says, fuck it, concussive means fire, guys. Concussive is, he's got like Superman vision. You mean to tell me that a series of movies that can't figure that shit out, it goes, fuck it, give it to Deadpool. He's got fire eyes too. Fuck it. And he's got, basically he's Baraka with no teeth and fire eyes. You mean to tell me that a series of movies that makes one of the baddest, maybe the baddest fucking X-Men character of all time in Apocalypse, a 5'5" fucking Ivan Ooze, that just basically gets transferred from body to body. You mean a series of movies that does that is kind of bad?
I'm just saying, don't let Deadpool 3 do Sentinels better than you, Fox X-Men. That's all I'm saying. Don't let them
You
fucking
know they
stun
will.
on your ass.
You know they will. You know what? No, fuck it. Let Deadpool 3 do Sentinels better, and then let Disney go, okay, check this out. Okay, check this out. Because 2020's coming. Okay, check out our fucking Sentinels. And you know what I want to see from Disney? So when they go, all right, we're doing X-Men, we're doing Fantastic Four. All right, check it out. The first thing we're going to do, recast all the X-Men. You know, they start getting Cyclops, Wolverine. I wouldn't be surprised when that X-Men movie finally hits 2023, 2024, whatever. The opening montage, the X-Men just fucking laying waste to a bunch of Sentinels, and Marvel going, okay, we just did what you couldn't do in 20 years in 10 minutes.
Listen, Joe, all they
and
have
we did
to do,
it better.
You remember how when Spider-Man Homecoming came out and we got the new Marvel like logo and stuff attached to it, and they played the Spider-Man theme? Can you imagine the X-Men animated series theme to that shit? That already would stunt on them easily.
I can. Which also reminds me of that fucking Whitney Houston song. But all right, I can. But can you imagine when the deal goes through, and Marvel, you know, the opening credits and and then it just says Marvel. What does it say? Like Marvel Films or Marvel Studios?
Marvel Studios.
Okay, Marvel Studios, and then you see 3 fucking claw marks go across it, and that's it.
Nigga.
That's me clutching my heart like fucking Red Fox. I'm like, oh, my heart. Like, oh.
Listen. All of us clutched our hearts when we saw Spider-Man Homecoming and we saw Vulture, and I was like, oh my god, that is fucking awesome. I was like...
Or, how about the fact that we're like, wait a minute, Peter Parker has a Queen's accent? What?
Yeah. Look.
You know.
Look, like I said, I'm marked out in Deadpool 2 with Juggernaut. All I'm saying is this. Give me Omega Red and X-Force, and you can just go on ahead and just have Disney come in there and be like, you know what? I think we're going to buy you guys out. This is dope. This is awesome. We're just going to take this and just use it because, I mean, the sky's the limit is what they can do with X-Force. That's going to be key things. I don't know if they got any directors or any writers attached to it yet, but that's going to be interesting.
Oh, they have that Drew Goddard guy. He wrote the script, and I guess what I read on Twitter, so take it for what it is. But they said that the script for X-Force was pretty good, and he's directing that. And Ryan Reynolds is like, that's the next movie. So I don't know if Deadpool 3 even happens because we'll see what happens with Disney.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, I want to see Omega Red, but I don't know if I want to see him without Wolverine. You know what I mean? Like we already got fucked on Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Like, that still hurts my feelings. That still hurts my feelings.
Look. If they can find a way to get Lee Schreiber back, because I actually like to Sabretooth. I ain't gonna lie. I did too.
I hate that movie. Those silly-ass CGI claws.
That's why I was mad. That's why I was so mad they didn't use him in Logan. I'm like, yo, call Lee Schreiber back. I mean, shit. If you're gonna fucking have Logan go out like that, just bring back Sabretooth. That'll been fine. You know, but they didn't. I mean, shit.
How about you put Lee Schreiber back in Logan and not have him fight a fucking clone?
That would have been nice. To be like, hey, we're fighting to the death. Let's go.
Right, but I'm telling you, man, like when Marvel takes over, like the mouse overlord, everyone's shitting on him, but fuck it. Like, I can't wait to see them. It's because it's the same thing that they're doing with Homecoming. Like, Michael Keaton as the Vulture, to me, is one of the best MCU villains that they've had to date.
Yeah.
You know, I'd put him with Killmonger. I'd put him with, you know, in terms of being fleshed out and not just some like, haha, I'm bad for bad.
Thanos.
So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Thanos is out there, even though he's not part of the movies, but like Kingpin.
Hella.
You know, yeah. All right, so what I'm saying is, like, it looks like with Marvel's involvement, and to me, it looks like this Sony Marvel deal is going to continue for a while because out here, they just announced that Marvel Land is coming to California Adventure in 2020.
Oh, shit.
And the advertisement, Spider-Man is a big fucking part of it, and the Daily Bugle is one of the buildings.
Yeah.
And Disneyland doesn't fuck with anything that's not in the movies. So now, you mentioned the X-Men, they're like, oh, yeah, 2 years ago, if you went to Disneyland and were like, you guys have any X-Men merchandise? They're like, nah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so now, you know, they showed the layout for Marvel Land. The Daily Bugle's there. I think Sanctorum's there. Wakanda. and Spider-Man's a big presence, what that tells me is like we're going to keep this deal going for a while, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But my point being is like it looks like with Marvel's involvement, they're like, look, let's do Vulture, let's do Mysterio, let's do Scorpion and Kraven. Let's do the characters that we haven't done.
Somebody that's not Norman Osborn. Just keep it moving.
You have to get to Norman Osborn at some point.
Oh yeah, you know
it's coming. At some point.
They just don't. To me,
right.
I think they don't want to make him like the focal point, like kind of like the mistake that the last two Spider-Man series where it was just so much of revolving around the Osborn family and shit. It took away from those movies. But yeah, you have to put Norman in there at some point. You have to.
Right. So like, what I'm saying is, so it seems like, because if Sony was left to their own devices, we'd be getting fucking Green Goblin 4.0 right now.
They already given us Venom, Joe. What are you talking about?
Exactly. So what I'm saying is now that Disney, all likelihood, will be in control of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and everything, I could see them going, all right, first up, Omega Red, Mr. Sinister, you kind of have to include Sabretooth at some point, but like all these characters that we haven't seen on film need to be put out first.
Yeah.
Even with the Fantastic Four, stop with fucking Dr. Doom right off the bat. Like, I want to see Doom, but goddamn, give me the Mole Man. I'll fuck with the Mole Man in the movies.
Yeah, I'll take him.
Or a Nihilist or something like that. Like, Namor. Where the fuck's he at?
Yeah, I mean...
So, in a large roundabout way, what I'm saying is, like, I want to see Omega Red in X-Force, but I want to see him fight Wolverine.
Yeah.
And unless Wolverine's in X-Force, I'm like, I don't know, man, maybe just save it. But I do think in X-Force, the Juggernaut comes back. Because you saw him climb out of that pool, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely there. It's so much possibility. That's why I'm like, oh man, yeah, you're right, Joe. Drew Goddard is attached to X-Force and stuff recently, so that's still a thing that's happening and stuff. Apparently, like they're trying to aim for it to pop out before the Disney Fox deal. Essentially, they're gonna start shooting before the deal is finalized. I guess later this year, if it gets to that point and stuff. So we'll see how it rolls on that. Like I said, sky's the limit, but like I said, I still want my Russian Omega Red. That's all I need.
God damn it.
Yeah. Which, by the way...
damn it, Mr. Sinister.
Man. Which, by the way, I laughed my ass off when fucking Juggernaut called Colossus a commie bastard when he got punched in the nuts.
I thought that was fucking funny. How about when he just ripped Deadpool in half?
Huh?
How about when he just ripped Deadpool in half?
Yeah, he just told him, I'm going to rip you in half. Okay. It's like, okay, shit.
Did you think that, because earlier on when he said Fire Fist, I know that, first of all, it's a fucking terrible name, but like I know that's a character. I thought he might have been Spot at first.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting and stuff, because Sunspot actually turns his whole body into fire. I think this one, he's kind of like think Pyro, except Pyro actually needs a fire source to use his powers.
Yeah. He can manipulate the fire.
Yeah, you can't do it. This guy, he can actually control fire and actually use it coming out of his body. So it's basically more or less functions the same way and stuff, except this kid is like destructive as shit with it. Which I actually did like the kid as Fire Fist. He was actually pretty funny. Particularly in jail when he was getting his ass whooped.
How about the fucking prison wallet? And he kept pulling out that fucking pen. He's like, no, stop.
Which, hold up, side note, I'm mad we avoided this. Yo, the fucking mutant collars.
Yes.
I was like, yo, they actually did do that. I was like, yo, I can't believe they actually did use mutant collars. This movie actually gets it, because unlike Apocalypse, where we got fucking Nightcrawler just walking around the mall and nobody sits there and calls him a mutie, because... okay, wow, we're not going to sit there and address the fact that mutants are, like, discriminated against. We're not doing that. Okay, I guess you guys don't care. Meanwhile, Deadpool is like, oh yeah, mutant gets shit in the stick. So, yeah, here you go.
Well, okay, so I feel like it was a missed opportunity because, like I was saying in the beginning, when he comes home to Vanessa, it kind of, to me, looked like a handsome Freddy Krueger. I was like, the fuck, man, doesn't look...
Yeah, because he
You know,
looked
like I was
way
saying.
worse than the first one. Way worse.
Right. So I was like, all right. You know, I kind of hate when movies like the Amazing Spider-Man. I like those movies. I get that people shit on them. But at one point I was like, stop fucking taking off the mask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we get that you're Andrew Garfield. We get that you're a good-looking dude. I get it. You're fucking Spider-Man. Keep your goddamn mask on. My point being is, like, I hate when these movies cast these actors and they're like, all right, Deadpool's all fucked up. He's got, like, a hamburger spawn face. But Ryan Reynolds is a handsome guy, so let's not make him, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, we get that Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. I thought that when they put that collar on him and his cancer was coming back, you know, he started to get, like, a little bit more fucked up looking.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been the perfect way for them to kind of go back to that gnarled looking Deadpool, because at that point you still think Vanessa's dead.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, all right, they're going to fuck him up even more, and that's going to be the way he looks.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird to me that, like, his healing factor heals him up to that point, but not beyond. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Vanessa's back, so I was like, oh, well, he saved Vanessa. We're good now. So she's back in the fold now. That's awesome. Yeah, because like I said, they definitely got their work cut out for them going forward and stuff. Like I said, this movie is going to make all the money. Which, side note, yeah, Infinity War might hit $2 billion.
Oh, it has to. It's at, what, like 1.18 or 81 or something like that?
Yeah, $1.8 billion at this point. I'm like, oh, that shit's gonna hit $2 billion like within a couple of weeks. Because from what I've been hearing from a lot of my friends and stuff, like some of them theaters are still packed for Avengers: Infinity War.
Dude, there are still sold out showings over here.
You serious?
Yeah, and like where I live, you have every fucking theater to choose from. I mean, there's 20 theaters in my radius, AMC, Regal, you know, Cinemark, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And at certain time during the weekend, there's still sold out showings.
Jesus.
And you're talking like stadium seating, like IMAX seating.
Yeah.
And they're sold out, you know. So I think, do you think it beats Avatar?
Because Avatar, I got like what?
I wanted to.
I would want to. I mean, it ain't gonna touch Titanic and stuff. Be honest with you, I know this is a far reach. I think Avengers 4 might beat Titanic though, personally. But you know, that's. Just
I thought
again,
Avatar was ahead of Titanic.
I wanted to. I don't know, but regardless, I wanted to knock James Cameron's movies off so I could drink in his tears.
Look, I said it before. I think Cameron is just bitter because he wasn't the one that jumped on this MCU train. Like, I think he wanted to be the one to head the MCU up, and now that it's actually like this big like blockbuster thing and stuff, he's just like, fuck you guys, I got Avatar 2, 3, and 4 coming out. I'm like, when?
Cameron, no one was gonna go see your Mutant Spider-Man movie. Stop it. Let it go. No one was gonna go see that Spider-Man movie.
Which I'm also laughing too. Black Panther is out on Blu-ray, but that shit still made like $1.3 million this weekend.
Dude, that shit's out on 4K and Blu-ray. It's still playing at the theaters here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It made $1.3 million this past weekend, and I was like, huh, okay then. That's a thing. It's still going.
I guess when they said Wakanda Forever, they literally meant Wakanda Forever.
With fucking Cameron, like, I mean, listen, I'm a fan of Terminator. I'm a fan of, you know, the first two Alien movies, even though Ridley Scott and everything. But, like, you're talking about a guy who had his chance to make a Spider-Man movie back in the day, and it was all fucking weird.
Hold on, what year was that?
Them fucking on. That had to be like 94.
Right around the 90s, something like. It's like the animated series came out like right around it to help like promote it.
Oh wow!
Allegedly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I remember Golden Globus, you know, and Canon Films were trying to get a Spider-Man movie going. I didn't know if that was him involved in it or not. So.
But what I'm saying is, like, he's coming out and he's like, "Oh, I hope people get Avengers fatigue," and da da da. It's like, dude, how about you shut the fuck up and actually make the movies that you've been talking about for the past 15 fucking years or whatever? Because honestly, like, you're banking on the fact that you're James Cameron and people still give a fuck, and like people still care about, you know, fucking Pocahontas in space. and it's like she dances with wolves in space. Like,
you know what? I'm still to this day. I'm like, what the fuck were we really like? I mean, I like the visuals of the movie, but I'm like, what was the big shit do about it though? That like, I know it was the visual, the 3D, and that I think that's probably what it was and stuff. But it's like, I don't think I really gave a shit about the story.
But no, I mean, like, I watched it again a couple of months ago, and like, I would just say it's entertaining.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, all right, like it's. I remember seeing it in the theaters. I want to say it was IMAX or something like that. But like, yeah, the visuals are like, holy shit at the time. But don't you guys think that the only reason that he's like, hey, comic book movie, da-da-da-da, by the way, Avatar, is so people still are reminded that he's, you know, kind of working on Avatar? Like, it's almost like he's just trying to mention Avatar in the same breath as Marvel or DC to keep Avatar relevant.
I mean, because the thing of it is, he had a window to do a sequel, and it was still been relevant, right. and that window like left like years ago.
That movie came out in what, 2009?
Yeah, it was right at the beginning of the MCU. Like when the MCU only had like 2 movies to its name, you know, and stuff. That was the perfect time, easily the perfect time.
2009, yeah.
Yeah, he had
right.
That was the perfect time to do it.
Him coming out and being like, "Oh, we get Avengers fatigue," and it's like, I hate when these directors come out and they start saying shit like that, because it's like, hey, if you were doing what the fuck you were supposed to be doing, you would be too busy to even pay attention to this shit. Like, you're talking about Avatar 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, all this shit. You haven't even done anything on 9 fucking years later.
And I don't even know if
he's assuming he's going to live long enough to make Avatar 3.
Look, I don't even think I heard rumors that Avatar 2 has started production, and I'm like, okay. I mean, last I checked, Zoe Saldana is still, you know, filming Avengers, you know, Infinity War and 4, so okay. And Guardians 3 is coming out. I'm like, so you sure about that, James? You sure?
I like how when he mouthed off, she was like, well, you know, she's trying to be real fucking diplomatic because she's part of both.
Yeah. It's like, well,
like,
you know, guys, you know, that was awesome. Avatar was nice, but, you know, I love these Guardians movies, though. They're so cool and awesome. Yay.
He just sounds like a fucking crotchety old man that is realizing that nobody gives a fuck about the shit that he's talking about because he doesn't do anything.
I mean, we could have, we could at the very least had Avatar 4 announced right now if he really kept his word on a lot of shit. Like 2 and 3 would have been out, you know. But like I said,
hey, stop attaching yourself to fucking Terminator movies. Nobody cares anymore.
Hey, I am.
Nobody. Do you guys fuck about that Terminator with Tim Miller?
Hey, look, they got homeboy that played Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a Terminator. I'm actually kind of sort of interested now.
I don't give a fuck.
Arnold
Schwarzenegger was
man.
a physical presence as a Terminator. This motherfucker's 5'4", weighs $135. You know what I mean? Come on, fuck out of here.
But here's the thing: that's provided if it even comes out. That's another thing too. It's like, yeah, guys, I'm waiting for that. Don't announce another Terminator movie until it's actually confirmed it's happening, and that's it. Because one. Yeah, it's awesome that you guys are going to forget 3, 4, and the Sarah Connor Chronicles and all that shit, and you're just picking up after 2. Fine. But, yeah, man, like, nah, I got to actually see how you're going to play this out and stuff before you even announce any fucking thing. So, yeah, it's just ultimately, it's like, yo, everybody just got to, like, fall back and stuff. When you get great stuff like Deadpool 2, which, like I said, I'm waiting to see how much legs it's got, because, like I said, Solo comes out this week. Good movie, by the way. So, waiting to see how much legs it got.
In that movie.
Look, I think you'll be surprised. I think you might be genuinely surprised whenever you get a chance to see it, though.
I don't know, man. I'm not interested in seeing anybody else play Han Solo. But every trailer that I've seen, I'm like, all right. It's almost like, hey, here's that stuff that you liked that one time. Check it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
to his credit,
at least
though,
Rogue One was kind of different.
Yeah. To his credit, the guy playing Han, I give him credit that he isn't trying to mimic Harrison Ford's Han. He's trying to really kind of like, you get a little bit of the mannerisms that Han had in the original trilogy, but he's actually not trying to be like Harrison Ford in what he's trying to do. He's actually trying to carve out his own thing. So I give that person credit for that.
That's problematic for me because if it's set in the same universe, you're supposed to be a younger version of Harrison Ford's Han Solo.
Yeah.
But you don't want to. I think he does. Because he doesn't suffer the same problem as Donald Glover's like Lando, where Donald was really flipping between. Okay, he nailed Lando, and then there'd be other times like he's playing Donald Glover trying to be Lando, So it was very flip-floppy with him and stuff. And like with this guy, it's like, okay, he's trying real hard not to be a Harrison Ford, but we still get some of those Han mannerisms and the sureness of himself and the cockiness and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, I guess whenever you guys see it and stuff, you'll see what I mean and stuff. So,
man, honestly, like I'm probably gonna skip that Jurassic World. Like Jurassic World's just fucking.
Come on, Joe. You don't want to see the misadventures of white people fucking up? I mean, come on.
No, because fucking white people piss me off, and I'm fucking white too.
I'm just saying. Like, I saw that trailer and I'm like, hey, let the dinosaurs die. What are we doing here? Why are we saving them? This is not a good.
No, you know what's funny is like you got. It's just funny because like you see like black comedians and shit make fun of white people, and they're like, white people will walk into any kind of danger, whereas black people are like, fuck that. Like we're running this way. And and I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, they're right. How many fucking times are you going to come back to an island with fucking dinosaurs where shit went fuck? So even me, I'm sitting in the theater and I'm like, fucking white people, man. Stop.
Dude, and they got the nerve at the plot point. Yeah, so, we're going to sell these people to rich people. I'm like, this is not going to end well, right? You don't sell dinosaurs to rich white people. This is not going to end well, right? I hope you guys know this, right? Right? Okay, cool. I guess y'all guys did not learn the lesson.
I'm kind of at the point now. I'm like, can we have the dinosaur commanders? I'll take that now, please.
Oh, so you want Dino Crisis levels of like, the dinosaurs really got guns attached to them? All right, cool, bet. All right.
I mean, if you're gonna just keep doing these white people get fucked up in the park at museum, then please get Dino Commandos. I'd rather have that.
Just saying.
I got real fucking excited when they strapped those things to the raptor's head in the last one. I was like, dude, are they putting fucking lasers?
Dude, I was like, Steven, are we doing Dino Crisis? Are we doing that? All right, cool, bet. Yes, finally, you're fully realizing my dream, Dino Crisis. Thank you.
But you know what kills me about this shit is like, all right, so Jurassic Park 1, still the best one by far, to me, one of the most entertaining and fun movies I've seen in my lifetime, right? Then you start to get fucking ridiculous.
2 is underrated a little bit to me, because I like Ian Malcolm's character. I like him a little bit, so it's yeah.
I like Ian Malcolm, but the third one to me was better than the second, even though it wasn't great.
I mean, Grant, you can't go wrong with him.
I can't stand Jurassic World. To me, is a poor man's reboot of Jurassic Park. The bitch wears white. She's in charge of the park.
But we got Raptors and T-Rex teaming up, though. I was happy with that.
Okay, that was cool. Okay, the last 10 minutes of that movie, I'm into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like how fucking Indominus is about to crush T-Rex's neck, and you just see fucking Blue come hauling ass, and they're like, you know what I mean, just jumping at the Indominus. But my point is, how many fucking times? All right, Jurassic Park, at a park, dinosaurs, shit goes wrong.
Okay, fine.
You know what?
Yeah.
All right, but Jurassic World is saying that 2 and 3 didn't happen. So let's just say Jurassic World is the direct sequel.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So the world is basically saying, all right, that shit happened, but we perfected the idea. We put it on an island, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then you introduce. Now, me as an adult, I'd be like, well, hold up. That shit in Jurassic Park 1 happened. Good luck trying to get me to Jurassic World. I don't give a fuck if you guys perfected it or not.
Yeah.
Fucking dinosaurs got loose and killed people. All right, you talked me into going to Jurassic World. Now you have a fucking hybrid dinosaur that's bigger than anything that can fucking set traps.
And it's a mix of all the other dinosaurs, and it can cloak itself. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right. All right, so shit breaks out, dinosaurs get loose, Jurassic World, gets fucked up. All right, so we're doing the sequel to Jurassic World. We're going to do another hybrid dinosaur.
For that makes reason.
Sense.
For no reason. I'm like, what?
Dude, the trailer with the fucking dinosaur reaching out at the little girl, I'm like, all right, you guys just want to make a horror movie with dinosaurs.
And you know what?
You know what I
And
mean?
I'm
Like-
perfectly
like what?
fine with that. You know what? To be honest with you, it's like we got hints of it in 2, despite how ridiculous the T-Rex shit was. But I'm perfectly fine with like, yo, if white folks want to get stupid and have dinosaurs in the United States, fuck it. You might as well just have them running wild in the neighborhoods, and yeah, just give me that. I'm fine with that, you know. But yeah, this is dumb, and that's why I'm waiting for Ian Malcolm to be like, you guys are crazy, you guys are nuts, chaos theory. I told you so. I'm out.
Yeah, but even in the trailer, because they said that he's just a cameo. They said like he's not a big part of the movie, but even in the trailer, he's basically like, first of all, powerful job with that slick ass gray beard. God damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, God damn, fucking silver fox right there.
Hey, I see why the ladies
Basically
like
sitting in front of sitting in front of Congress, being like, I told you so.
him. Yeah.
I told motherfuckers 25 years ago, shit was
You
going to
didn't
happen. You didn't believe me. You started cloning dinosaurs and fucking, gene splicing. I told you.
Hey,
Told you.
blame BD Wong, man. He tried to sit there and be God now and stuff. So that's what happens. So
Have you seen Jurassic Park yet, or Jurassic World?
yeah, I've seen the first one. The second one. I don't think we got like an early screener for it yet and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if like next week or something we get something about it. So we'll see.
All right. Well, when you see it, tell me, because I mean, I fucking love dinosaurs, but I'm like, man, I can't even watch this shit.
Yeah. But at any rate, folks, that's it for our Deadpool 2 spoilers and stuff. It's very fun-filled, as usual, and stuff. So, thank you guys for jumping on and stuff. Appreciate it.
Not a problem, sir.
Yeah, so I guess next time you hear us, we're actually going to be talking about Solo, spoiling that shit. So, yeah, fun times and stuff.
I might have to sit that one out, man. Because what's the next big Solo, Jurassic World? What's next this summer?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I don't want in on that.
You don't want to watch it?
No, I do. I want in on that.
Oh, yeah. Luke Cage, I definitely want you on for that shit.
I fucking love Luke Cage.
Yeah, so yeah, season 2 is popping up for that and stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff I gotta have you jump on and stuff, because our theme for this summer is America, and we got like a shit ton of fucking America themed movies and stuff, including a Chuck Norris movie. So yeah. Because Invasion USA is one of them, I think. Yeah, Invasion USA, that's the one we're doing.
Your theme for the summer is fucking America?
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, well, I am American, so...
It's not America, Joe. It's America.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm not that fucking white, man. Cool. I got a little bit of ethnic in me. I can't say America.
Yeah, I know. It's just that was D's idea, and I was like, I'm perfectly fine with this, because this, dude, we're doing Howie Long's movie Firestorm. That's where we're at right now.
Woo! Oh, yikes!
And I was the one that put the idea. I was like, yo, D, swear to God, man, because it's like, okay, so we're starting off with this. I'm telling you guys, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna hear this and stuff too. We're doing Brian Bosworth's movie, Stone Cold. And then we're doing Firestorm with Howie Long. And I was like, I can't believe by chance we're actually doing 2 movies by 2 ex-NFL stars. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Sometimes the universe just aligns itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It definitely aligns itself and stuff. And I told D, I was like, I completely forgot Howie Long tried to break into acting with this movie. And yeah, I guess he decided, nope, not for me. I'm done. That movie
that's an interesting lineup.
I forgot the other movie stuff, but those 2 movies are kind of like the lead-in for it and stuff. I think we're doing Team America, Invasion America. I think we're doing Delta Force. I think. Yeah, it's yeah. We got a lot of movies we're doing and stuff. So definitely gonna be fun this summer and stuff, especially going.
All right. Well, I definitely want in on Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
and I don't know, maybe I could. I don't know, maybe I'll see Jurassic World, but
I'll let you know how Jurassic World is and stuff. And yeah, I'm not looking too hot on Venom, because I'm looking at that movie like, fuck you, movie. What is that?
You talking about 2018 Spawn?
Yeah. No,
tight. Prototype. You talking about Prototype? That's what you guys are talking about. Yeah.
That shit is Prototype. It's like Sony was like, we really want to do a Prototype movie, but I don't know if people are going to buy into that storyline. What are we doing with Venom? All right, we'll do Venom. How about that?
I can't be the only one that thinks that movie was fucking terrible.
Dude, when the Spider-Man 3 Venom CG looks better than you, that's telling you something.
No, I disagree. I think that Venom looks like how a comic book Venom looks like in life. I just question the existence of the movie.
Yeah.
If you what?
If he lost a bunch of weight.
I mean, that headshot. That headshot looks like a. I can't talk negatively about that headshot from the inside that trailer because he looks like a Todd McFarlane drawing the Venom.
It is very Todd McFarlane. I will give you that. It is and stuff. Hence why we're talking about it being Spawnish and stuff. But it's like, yeah, this very much does look like a low budget Venom movie, and it didn't need to be a low budget Venom movie. It really didn't.
It didn't need to exist.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, if I gotta say that, then I might as well sit there and dampen my expectations for fucking Silver and Black. And God knows I actually want that movie.
That movie is not. Why, Chris? You're the only person I know who still thinks that movie is happening.
It's not happening.
Because it got a black director attached, and I feel bad that Sony's is throwing her to the wolves on that shit. I really do. It sucks that they threw her to the wolves on that shit. I really do. It sucks. You know, but I really feel they're using Venom as like their way of gauging whether Silver and Black is going to happen. I was like, that sucks. That really sucks that you're using Venom as your like way to kind of like make sure that happens. And I also like the fact that Feige looked at like, you know, Homegirl when she was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna tie into MCU," and Feige looked at her like, "No, bitch, that's not happening. I hope you know that. That's not tying into the MCU at all. No, not today."
I could see a Proud Color movie happening before Silver.
Dude, first of all, that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks dope. I mean, if that's the only thing I will give Sony, but I mean that's their action division. I think they don't care as much. So, so to be honest with you, if they really wanted to tie Spider-Man into Venom, they could have easily put Miles Morales in the Venom movie if they really wanted to. But
that's what I would have easily done a lot of things. They could have easily done a lot of things. But we're talking about Sony, who is Sony movies, who are notoriously known for making
Feige is looking at him, Feige is looking at him like, I mean, guys, you could have did Miles Morales. You know what? I'm going to shut up and just continue making billions upon billions of dollars because clearly y'all don't fucking listen. So, whatever.
Dude, when the Venom movie looked like they took the Spawn movie from the 90s and cut the budget in half and got like a worse script, you know that there's something wrong because we don't need a fucking Venom movie. Venom would have been a 3-part series and a Spider-Man movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Venom and Carnage or whatever.
Background,
and
at
the
least.
fact that they're just, they're just like, oh, here's Venom. Spider-Man, yeah, he's not in it. But, here's Venom. Like, how, okay, let me ask you this. Here's the question I want to know. How the fuck does he have spider powers? And, like,
how does he look like Spider-Man without Spider-Man?
Right.
Right. Nobody has Sony thought
I had
that
people
through.
try to argue with me when I say, like, you do realize, like, down to his conception and, his whole reason for being, like, he's intrinsically tied. Spider-Man is 100% tied to Venom's DNA. You literally cannot have it without Spider-Man. So I was like, well, you can pretty do it, Mike. You could, but it'll be a fucking bad decision. It's stupid. It is so
well, not only that,
like,
but Peter Parker is the one true host that symbiote wants.
And not just that, Venom is an amazing cocktail because you have Eddie Brock who's like, yo, Peter Parker and Spider-Man ruined my fucking life. Oh, wait a minute. You mean they're the same fucking person? And the symbiote is like, yo, I sure wish Peter Parker would let me be a host.
He's the jilted ex-girlfriend.
Peter Parker? Exactly.
Yes.
We hate this motherfucker, so together we hate motherfucker, and it creates that perfect cocktail that is Venom. His motivation, his drive, down to his motherfucking motif is 100% Spider-Man.
And this movie is basically, all right, Venom is against some corporation. All right, I guess.
Oh, God. First of all, I don't buy that Riz. I like that Riz Ahmed guy. Motherfucker, he is not scary. Come on.
Well, they're going against the fucking Life Foundation. And I'm like, so let me get this right. You're going to try to do separation anxiety with the fucking Venom spawns without Spider-Man? Like, that's what we're doing?
And did we not notice the fucking red light scene? Come on, that's going to be the Carnage symbiote. Like, they're going to that's going to be in
and
the
Woody
movie.
Harrelson is in it, and I'm like, if that's Woody Harrelson.
I mean, I'm not mad at that, but...
I mean, look, he was crazy as hell in that last Planet of the Apes movie. I could see it.
Fucking, what about fucking Natural Born Killers? Like, they said Woody Harrelson is Cletus Cassidy. That's the best thing you guys got going for you.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Hardy in that weird ass accent. I'm like, what is he doing? What are you doing? Like, why is this?
I like Tom Hardy, but just be British in everything.
Yeah, might as well.
Like he's playing Al Capone in this new movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like,
that shit looked dope as hell, man.
God damn it. It does look good, but I'm like, I don't know, man. He's just gonna sound like he's from fucking Boston or whatever.
He really is. He's fucking
Philly. It's like a Boston Philly mashup accent.
Yeah.
You know, like just make him fucking British.
Yeah. Hey, I love.
Would anybody give a fuck if he was like Eddie Brock's British? All right.
I would have been fine with it. It's like it's fucking Tom Hardy. You gonna fucking tell him not to do a British accent? No, I wouldn't.
Well, somebody did.
I mean, look, I liked him in Dunkirk. He was just flying a fucking plane. I was like, all right, he's fine. He's where he works.
Dude,
So,
that movie, like
Sony
and Fox together, just give everything to Marvel. Just give everything to Marvel.
Hey,
or Disney, sorry.
That train. Like I said, I think I think what you're seeing with Sony with Venom is them kind of like, all right, we made close to $1 billion with Spider-Man Homecoming. We got to show up the MCU somehow. Venom, and I'm like, you didn't learn the lesson, did you guys? You really didn't learn the lesson. You really didn't learn the lesson.
Y'all go off reservation. Like, who approved this?
That's why
I want it's some old fuck being like, what? It's some old fuck being like, hey, what do the kids like? What are the kids? They're into that Venom guy? All right, let's do that one. They like him.
And I really held out
Spider-Man,
hope. I held out hope. I'm not gonna lie. I am so optimistic. I held out hope. I was like, maybe it might. Maybe. And then that teaser trailer dropped with not a speck of a symbiote. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? The hell is this? And then the second trailer was like, and then the second trailer was basically like Prime said. It was prototype the movie. I'm like, this is fucking prototype.
You guys want some comedy? Go on my Instagram and look at that Venom post that I made and just look at the fucking anger and the hatred that nerds will spew just because it's Venom. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, this movie looks like bullshit, but it's fucking Venom. All right, but like, we're Spider-Man, but it's Venom. You know what I mean? Like, god damn.
It's like you guys don't understand how much there has to be a kind of like connection between those two. It's like you can't do one without the other and stuff. I mean, the only time you ever like, the only time
Flash Thompson, even Flash Thompson, his Venom's like, yo, I really like Spider-Man, and I want to follow his example. I want to be just like Spider-Man. Like,
yeah.
You can't.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sure we could go on about this for hours. It's almost like making a Hulk movie with no Bruce Banner.
Yo,
it'd be almost like making a Steel movie without any ties to Super. Oh, wait a minute.
Look,
Hollywood has a history of dumbass decisions.
When me as a kid found out they were doing a Steel movie and there was not a speck of Superman in it, I was sitting back like, this is bullshit. And that's me as a kid saying that. That's why there was trouble with that movie. I was like, so no Man of Steel, huh?
Dumb as hell.
Okay.
Dumb as hell. Not even a Mission Passing mother.
I can one up you. It's like when I was a kid and I went and saw Masters of the Universe.
Man.
And I'm like, where the fuck's Prince Adam? Where's Battle Cat? Where's Cringer? Where's Orko?
I'm sorry, Golden Globus. I'm sorry, Golden Globus and Canon Films didn't have enough budget for the cat and shit, so you just get He-Man and Skeletor, and that's it.
And then as a kid going, who the fuck is Gwildor?
Addison toys, yo.
Where's Trapjaw? Where's
Dude,
Triclops?
If y'all ever watch Electric Boogaloo, the story of Canon, that tells you all you need to know about how Canon films rolled back in the day. It's like everything that they said, I was like, well, that explains everything about Masters of the Universe. They really just did not have the budget to do a fully realized fucking He-Man movie like they wanted to. That's why. That's why we got He-Man on hoverboards and shit.
But at least their heart was in it.
Yeah, I give them that. I give them that. They got Frank Langella as fucking Skeletor. I was like, you know what? I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. This is yeah. They shot for the stars.
They did. I'd rather you do that. Rather you care and shoot for the stars than just go, y'all, dollar bill.
You know what though? That new one they're talking about right now, that scares the shit out of me.
What?
You had heard the fucking that David Goyer guy left the Master of the Universe, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, again, just a rumor. The rumor was that he was tweaking the origins, of course, so that Keldor and Adam are brothers, not Keldor and Landor.
Wow. Kill yourself.
Yep.
Murder.
And Adam is like 11. Or some shit, like 11 years old.
Okay.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right.
Shazamming it up, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of He-Man, when he transforms. So they showed some of the spec art, Yeah. And it looks. I don't know if you guys watched that 2002 remake of the He-Man cartoon. They had that episode called The Battle of Anwar-Gar, where basically Okay, so He-Man and Skeletor got mech suits, kind of.
Yeah.
That's what the fucking production artwork looked like. He-Man, he was wearing an exoskeleton.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that on Den of Geek and stuff. Yeah, Den of Geek had photos of it and stuff before it got taken down. And I was like, okay, there's some interesting art here because I saw the picture of Battle Cat, and I was like, that looks interesting. And then I saw He-Man, I was like, okay.
Dude, and they just fucking make the movie. You know who I would give my left nut for Taika Waititi to direct He-Man, because that fucker took Thor, put him in a funny, so that Thor movie to me is the recipe for Master of the Universe.
Oh, you can do it easily, man. I think he could do it.
Tongue in cheek.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, He-Man with an exoskeleton, go fucking kill yourself. Go kill yourself right now.
I mean, look, like I said, you got that remake Cartoon Network had right there as your basis, right there for the taking. I mean, look, they're doing She-Ra. I'm actually interested in that. So, I said, I think I told Joe this. I was like, He-Man's coming, right? You already know that's coming.
Oh, God damn it. When they announced it, I'm like, everybody has to watch this show just so it does really well, and they fucking greenlight He-Man.
Because they're doing the opposite. Because you remember in the old show, She-Ra popped on his show first before shot her spin off. So I'm like, oh, they're gonna do the opposite. They're gonna put He-Man in this shit, and it's gonna spin off into his show. I was like, yes, thank you.
And then if you see the casting announcement, fucking front and center is Hordak, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna do the Horde. Yep. Oh fuck.
Oh. God.
Oh, they're gonna do the fucking Horde. They're gonna do the Horde. He-Man's gonna come out. They're gonna have the fucking Snake Men. Oh,
look, you know what? Because this is this podcast, I seem to remember when we were talking about fucking Voltron. I was like, I think we were kicking around the idea of She-Ra, and I'm like, if DreamWorks is doing, I foresee other properties like Silverhawks. They could pop up.
Rock, yes.
I can see that happening. Just saying.
And then fucking Cartoon Network's about to butcher Thundercat.
Look, that's another show in and of itself. I'm not talking about it.
Please don't start me. Please don't start me.
me and Brian can literally go 30 minutes of it's bullshit, right? This shit. So no.
Well, all I read was Thundercat or Cartoon Network set to revive Thundercats in 2019. I was like, oh shit. Right? I could not click on that link fast
I thought they were going to continue it in some sort of movie like the original series. I was like, all right, cool.
Right. And I click on the link and I see the artwork and I'm like, what the fuck is this fan art? Get out of my face. And then it was 11-minute episode. Like, oh, what the fuck?
Please don't start me. Please don't. Did you see the fucking video?
I saw the video and I immediately was like, I Arthur fisted
I turned
up.
it on and I started it.
I Arthur fisted up and I was like, I am just going to get off the internet for the day. I'm going to play some Tomb Raider and yeah, just going to step away.
And you know, CJ, you know me. I'm a fairly open-minded guy. I'll try anything twice, sure I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I started that promotion video, and Lionel pops out, and he goes, "You don't know what a Thundercat is? Oh, what's this? Just imagine stabbing sword, whatever he fucking called it. He called the fucking sword of Omen a stabbing stick or some shit." And I said, "You know what? I'm out." I'm like, I'll catch you later. Like again, I'm gonna try to give it a chance just to see. But that shit right there was fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, that new fucking Thundercat show makes that new Ninja Turtle show look like fucking Transformers, the movie from the 80s.
See, Joe, now you open up can of worms, and I'm not going to go in on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle art. See, now you're just opening up can of worms there, and it's like...
Hey,
did you see that fan art? Did you see that fan art? But you see that official art of Lionel they had with him holding the fucking sword of omens?
Yeah.
And someone zoomed in on his hand, and his hand has extra fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Which made me laugh at the Berserk one, and I was like, okay, that's actually pretty funny.
I think in the very near future, you have to do just an episode dedicated to, like, you know, announced and rumored versions of, like, so Turtles are coming back in some fashion, Thundercats are coming back, She-Ra's coming back, Voltron, like, you know what I mean? Like, we have to have a format to properly fucking talk about this, because like this shit, like the Turtles were like Raphael the Snow.
Yeah, you know, he's literally the muscle of the group. Literally the muscle.
And he's got like fucking batons, and I'm like, oh my god, where the fuck are the size? Jesus Christ!
Like, was this the '80s again? It was like have nunchucks now. What the hell's going on here?
He called the sword of omens a stabbing stick.
I know.
Why am I the only person mad about this?
I don't know.
Why am I the only person angry?
I don't know.
I tried to block it out. Okay, if you want a Thundercats palette cleanser, look at the sideshow
Blu-ray. I bought that like as soon as I saw that announcement. I went, you know what? I watched the show. I hadn't seen it in a while. Let me go on Amazon, and I bought the damn Blu-ray.
I did too.
Immediately.
Some of the episodes aren't great, but
and
it's
awesome. I feel like the show falls apart. Like I really think the first two episodes for me are like really like when I say the opening to the 2011 show was really good. I mean it's like game changing in terms of like world building, animation. How the show just kind of suffers from what I say is like Metal Gear Solid boss exposition, and like later episodes, it just kind of just falls apart. It becomes kind of a fucking mess.
Yeah.
But those opening episodes, bro, dude.
Yeah, that shit was dope. I mean, because that was my thing too about the show. Was like when it was finally found its footing and we got the auxiliary Thundercats joining up with the crew. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be dope. And then it's like canceled. I'm like, you son of a bitches.
And did you hear? The show actually, but Cartoon Network said Lego got this Chima thing that's cheaper to make. What you got though? Was that no? I did.
All I'm saying is, I hope it gets the same treatment as Young Justice got, and it gets revived for like at least one season to kind of finish the shit off.
I hope this Thundercats show. I hope this shit gets treated like Justice League Action got treated. And
I like Justice League Action too. That's the crazy part about that show. I like Justice League Action.
That's what I'm saying. I hope it gets treated like them, where it gets shut off and fucking forgotten.
What happened to Justice League Action?
Oh, Cartoon Network being fucking assholes. That's all.
But just scheduling.
Oh, you people like this show? Oh, so I don't know if I told you guys this. I heard and I read a rumor that one of the reasons why Cartoon Network's on-air schedule is such shit is because their grandmaster plan, their fucking diabolical scheme, as it were, is they're trying to drive traffic to their own demand app. So,
they're doing the same thing Sci-Fi doing, where they'll play like 12 Monkeys, for instance. They played the newest season for the whole weekend in one hit.
Well, see, that's Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi's done this shit since
and Sci-Fi's trying
1998.
To get people, but Sci-Fi's trying to do that to get people to go to their site on their app and stuff. That's the only reason why they did that.
I'm gonna say, bro, I can remember on any given day turn on Sci-Fi and they'd be like, "Oh, they're just playing Knight Rider all day today." Okay,
all right, cool,
that's cool.
This Sci-Fi, cool.
They're playing Twilight Zone today all day. All right, cool. You playing V today all day? All right, that's like that. That doesn't bother me because that's just something Sci-Fi has done. But Cartoon Network has, I heard, or it's again, this is rumor, grain of salt, whatever. They are purposely torpedoing their on-air schedule because they want to download their damn on-demand app.
That is gay as hell.
And I heard that and I go, you know what? That's bullshit, but I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, it's on Apple TV. I just watch everything because I buy the Justice League Action through iTunes. I just buy the season, right?
Yeah.
But the app is like 6 episodes ahead of what iTunes has.
That tells you how backwards it is.
Disney was doing.
Exactly.
Disney was doing. They were
commercials. Their shows are going. You want to see the new episodes now? We'll go download our Cartoon Network app and watch and stream them all immediately. Really, Cartoon Network? Really? You just not gonna save them? Not gonna air them? You gonna stream them first? For real?
Yeah.
You know, why am I on your channel? Oh,
well,
I'm not.
Right.
Was that the point?
As a palate cleanser for Thundercats, go online and look at the new line of premium maquettes that Sideshow's doing because they're doing He-Man.
Yeah.
So they announced Thundercats. Look at the fucking Mumra and the Lion-O.
Hold up. I'm looking at it right now. Hold up.
That shit, dude. I pre-ordered both of them.
Oh, shit on me. That looks fucking nice. That looks nice. Tell you what, though, Prime. I ain't paying $700 for that fucking Red Ranger. Tell you that, goddamn.
Oh, they kiss my ass. I'm good on that shit.
I saw that and I was like, really? And not like you couldn't even do it's like, okay, Red Ranger, fine, but it's like I just don't like the look of it. Period.
And it's not even the 1-for-1. It's like it's like they altered some things, right? Because they technically don't have license, air quote.
I tell you what, my friend uses a 3D thing where they make statues of yourself. I might as well go in there, dress up as the Red Ranger, and do my own goddamn statue for cheaper.
I mean, what's stopping you, man?
Yeah, but look at that. But look at that Thundercats line.
That Thundercats one looks good. I swear to God, Joe, if I go to San Diego and they and they're there and they're like, hey, you too can always put a down payment on there, I'm gonna be like, I hate you, Joe, but I guess I gotta put a down payment on this line, though. Guess I gotta do
it. Hey, if you go on a Sideshow, God, they should hire me. Like it's $40 down each, right?
Yeah.
But so they split it up into I think it's like 6 payments or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think it's 6
payments. They
don't
start charging you. They don't start charging you until the 6th. So it's I think Mumra was scheduled to be released either April or May of next year. So they won't charge you until 6 months before that.
So you can definitely gather up your money before then.
Because I bought He-Man when it came out, I was like fucking sold, bought it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, god damn it. Can't have He-Man Skeletor, right?
Yeah.
I fucking bought Skeletor. They released Orko. It doesn't really do it for me. She-Ra doesn't do it for me. Evelyn, maybe. But then I read that they were going to do Battle Cat and Hordak next.
Wow. See, I see the Tiger right here. Because I guess they were part of it now.
See? I'm telling you, man. Fuck that Cartoon Network show. Look at what Sideshow's doing.
Yeah, they do Panthro. That might be a wrap.
They're going to do Panther. They have to.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd buy a Snarf.
Funny, I actually like the 2011 Snarf more than the old one.
But you don't like nagging Denmutter? You don't like the nagger?
Norf. I don't know. 'Cause, I mean, it was funny too because apparently, I guess they say that they got a second season. They were actually expanded on Snarf a little bit more. So yeah. But anyways, folks, yeah, we've been here a little too long. But anyways, well, yeah, we'll catch
Deadpool 2. All right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we'll catch you guys later next time and stuff. And yeah, peace out.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Shim, shim, shim,